News, I'm Kendall Brettig. A 6-year-old girl has lost her fight for life after a shocking crash at Virginia last Sunday. She was a passenger in a van which collided with a ute at the intersection of King Road and Penfield Road. The girl's death is the 69th life lost on our roads this year. The driver of the van, a 42-year-old woman, and 2 other children were taken to hospital with minor injuries. Both occupants of the ute, a 37-year-old man and 4-year-old girl, also suffered minor injuries. Police and emergency crews are at the scene of a serious crash at Tantanoola in the state's southeast. A car's hit a tree on Tantanoola Road. The road has been closed around the crash scene. And police are investigating after a boy was hit by a car at Mount Gambier this morning. The 8-year-old was taken to hospital with serious injuries. The driver, a 46-year-old woman, was not physically hurt. The new host of Live Golf Adelaide beyond next year has been announced. Kooyonga Golf Club will step in from 2027 when it leaves its original home at Grange. The Lockleys course is ranked in the top 20 in Australia and has hosted multiple Australian Opens and state championships. Premier Peter Malinauskas says securing Kooyonga will continue to drive the event.
This event has already generated over $200 million of economic activity for our state. There were no shortage of people that were questioning whether or not Live would work in Australia, and it's blown everyone's socks off. It's exceeded all of our forecasts economically. It's become awarded as the best golf tournament globally 2 years in a row.
The tournament will move to the redeveloped North Adelaide golf course from 2028. A teacher's been placed on a 6-month good behaviour bond for stealing a pet dog from its Payneham yard. 53-year-old Bethany Hunt of Trinity Gardens pleaded guilty to 1 count of dog theft after taking Maremma sheepdog Alfredo in June. Her lawyer claims she was anxious about the dog's welfare and took him in a momentary lapse of judgment. No conviction has been recorded. US President Donald Trump is planning to travel to Egypt over the coming days for the formal signing of his Gaza peace plan. Israel and Hamas have agreed to the first phase of the agreement. Hamas will return all Israeli hostages while the Netanyahu government will release hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. President Trump is confident the deal will stick.
We ended the war in Gaza and really, on a much bigger basis, created peace. And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace. Peace in the Middle East. We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday.
And there's been a security breach at Sydney Airport affecting Qantas domestic flights. All aircraft are being held at the gates as the terminal's being cleared and passengers re-screened. The delays will affect flights around the network tonight. Turning to 5AA Sport.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Port Adelaide is set to gain Carlton's small forward Corey Durden as part of a 3-club trade, while Carlton's rejected an offer of 3 first-round draft picks from Geelong for star forward Charlie Curnow. The picks would have come across 3 drafts. Commentator Matthew Lloyd says it makes sense for the Blues to reject the offer.
Well, it sounds good. Carlton have knocked that back, and I think Geelong will have to trade out a good player, you'd think, to try and get a better selection, to at least try and tempt Carlton if they're at all thinking about it.
Meantime, Sydney remain in the race for the forward, reportedly considering a trade involving midfielder James Rowbottom. One trade has been completed today with Brodie Mychek traded from Collingwood to Melbourne for a 3rd-round pick. Sam Kerr will make her return for the Matildas against Wales and England later this month. It'll be her first game for Australia since November 2023 after rupturing her ACL. And qualifying's continuing at Mount Panorama ahead of Sunday's Bathurst 1000. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, a couple of things at Wingfield to look out for the drive home. Got a breakdown on the north-south motorway to the Wingfield interchange. Got a smash to Grand Junction Road near the north-south motorway. We're really busy at the moment. Grange right at Flinders Park for the intersection works at Holbrooks Road and pretty slow South Road at Edwardstown. Camera, Valletta Road, Fulham Gardens. Looking for the best of SA, a great special at cheap eats and live music? Find it only at the markets, Adelaide Central Market. Open Tuesdays till Saturdays and until 9 tonight. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
A possible shower in 21 today, showers tomorrow 20, a shower or two on Sunday 19 and then partly cloudy for Monday also 19. At the moment 20. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, an end to the war in Gaza imminent. Extraordinary developments out of the Middle East. We're live to Tel Aviv. Disturbing new details about accused cop killer Desi Freeman. Adelaide's Live Golf on the move to a new course. An accused dog napper in Payneham pleads guilty. And Princess Kate's warning to parents. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
In Adelaide and across South Australia, this is 5AA, always Adelaide. The 5AA Sports Show. Rowey,
I am flabbergasted.
and Timmy G.
Absolute sports festival.
All right, hello and welcome to Friday. Friday night's all right for fighting, well, for texting and calling. That'll do us, because a bottle of Rusden's Black Guts is up for grabs. Can't wait to get into it as I welcome our esteemed host, Mr. Stephen Rowe. Welcome.
Don't know about that word, but bloomin' hell, it's hot in here.
It's very warm.
Leith had a band in here.
Yeah, I think he had the whole crew. He had the roadies and everything.
Goodness me. And the thing with the studio, it's airtight, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've got double glazed glass and 2 pieces of glass with air in it, so that it's a beautiful broadcasting booth. There's no windows to open.
No.
I feel like we need some fresh air.
Yeah, we do need a
Do
bit
you
of a
feel that
cleanse.
as well? I feel
do
like
indeed.
woo!
Woo! There's a little bit of on that. Hey, Crows are after Archie. That hasn't landed yet. Port Adelaide were able to land Corey Durden. The 36ers won 3 in a row. There's plenty happening, Mr. Rowe, but the biggest draft news going around, this is
5AA Trade Talk. The right pick makes a big difference. All thanks to Big Difference Home Improvements. Make a difference to your outdoor area this season. BigDifference.com.au.
and this is hot off the press, mate.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is hot.
Sit down. Sit down. Was that the alarm bell?
I reckon the warning bell probably is going to suit this a bit better.
Okay.
So, big draft news.
And please tell me.
5AA Golf Day next Friday.
Yes.
We launched it. We know we got some listeners
Yes.
playing, but we've
Yes.
also got the sponsors. The sponsors that came on board went into a draft pool today.
And you did the draft pool?
Correct.
Correct.
Number 1 draft pick to Phil Hoffman Travel, T. Ginniver.
Oh,
What an error of judgment.
legit, straight out of the...
Straight out, they selected. They get to select, so they picked T.
They
Ginniver.
picked T. Ginniver.
Luckily, they had picked 2 as well.
Okay.
And they picked up Cade Bryant, who's a very, very good player. He's
Yes.
off about 3 or 4, so he's going to make up for me. So what they said was, we'll go for some entertainment and we'll go for some
There's
class.
nothing wrong with that. Will PHT travel how good?
Oh,
Who did
next
Mods get
Friday.
drafted to?
Yeah, who picked up Mods?
Big difference.
Was it Big? No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember who it was, but
So it's next Friday at Royal Glenelg.
At Royal
How good.
Glenelg, there. It should be a great day. Looking forward to that. But on to the real trade talk. We did just mention about the Archie deal. Just a little bit of a stalemate, but I would imagine these
Plenty
sort
of
of bigger
time.
ones, they get done towards the end, don't they? But here's Justin Reid, the list manager for Adelaide, just talking about it.
Yeah, that's a work in progress, guys. Obviously, we've had early dialogue with Dom and Brisbane, and Cal and Ben Williams, his manager, made it really clear that, Cal's keen to get to the Adelaide Football Club, so that's something we'll continue to work through.
It'll land.
It'll land.
He's not a first rounder.
Well, that's what they're arguing at the moment.
I think they put on the table a future second, which is probably
or a
right.
future first.
The thing is, he's out of contract, so Brisbane don't have a lot to play with. If he has picked us and he wants to get here, he will get here.
Yeah.
So they've just got to... I think the bargaining chips are in the Crows' court.
At this stage, and that's probably why they're holding
It's
strong.
not like Curnow with 4 years or Petrarca with 4 years.
Wow.
This bloke's out of contract and wants to come home.
Yeah, I want to get on to that one in a moment. Reid, also spoke about the likely only trade for young Archie.
It looks that way, unless something falls out of the sky. We've certainly put a lot of work in over the year, and we're not just going to trade for the sake of trading, guys, as you know, but we've certainly been putting some work in and asking the questions, but we're very deliberate in what we're trying to do. So if it doesn't quite fall our way, we'll continue to work towards that into the future. It's not a finished product, and we're actually pretty excited about exposing the list even more, and we still think there's a lot of growth there.
There you go. So, look, what they're saying, they're going to hold tight on that one and then hopefully get some results out of
and I
other
get
players.
That. So clearly the list management, the coaching group feel finishing top in the home and away. They knew what their downfall was. It's probably experience in the finals and probably a couple of quality midfielders. So Archie can help that. He went on to say he's exposing the list and he thinks there's a lot of growth. I do believe that as well. Sid Draper's in that category.
Absolutely.
We haven't seen Toby Murray, and he's building. There's a lad called Charlie Edwards as well. Now, I don't know where Tyler Welsh is, Dowling and Cook, but exposing the list means there's blokes on the list that we
want
really
to see at the
that's
level.
Exactly right, and the growth. So, hey, they know better than us.
Now, the Riley Sanders one sounds like it was shut down pretty quickly. Here's Justin Reid on that one.
Yeah, we certainly asked the question, as we do of a lot of players, but we certainly asked the question of the Bulldogs, but respectfully, he's a contracted player. So that really was asked the question, but certainly shut down pretty quickly by the Bulldogs. So we certainly respect that. So we moved on pretty quickly.
Do you reckon they flipped the bird to him?
Yeah, they
told him to go forth and multiply.
It's one of those things, no deal here.
Nothing's going to
happen.
The
old no deal.
Yeah, the old no deal.
Deal or no deal.
Hey, you can ask.
That's it. You got to ask.
You've got to ask.
Hey, what do they say? The dumb receive nothing.
That's it.
You got to ask. You got to talk. This is the big difference trade talk at the moment. There was a little bit of, what would you say? I would say chit-chat about the approach of Mitch Cleary to Zach Butters yesterday.
So Mitch Cleary's a reporter, Channel 7's.
He's in Melbourne, and they found out that Zach was playing golf in Melbourne, and they sort of doorstopped him a little bit. Now, just have a listen to the exchange.
Should Port fans be worried that you're playing around at golf with a few bombers?
Shouldn't be worried at all, mate. It's a good golf course.
How'd you hit them today?
Not too bad, not too bad.
In an ideal world, would you be playing your footy in Victoria in 2026?
I'm playing at Port next year, mate, so I'm not going to comment.
That was a great last question by Mitch.
Yeah. The thing about it was, I saw something today a bit cheeky saying, Zach's taking his mum shopping. Do you want to stop him at Foodland and, and get a doorstop there? He's being followed around, more than Taylor Swift at the moment.
It's ridiculous. I think there's a drone above his head permanently, or at least a satellite locked onto him.
Yeah,
really? When's no?
Yeah.
The club couldn't have been any stronger. He could not have been any stronger there. Like, when is no?
But they're looking for those little things. Oh, it's two Bomber players. The day before he was training with a Carlton bloke, doing some fitness. So there's all these links they're trying to match up to say this is what's happening.
But then there is a little bit of where there's smoke, there's fire in there. That generally happens in this time of the year.
Yeah.
When there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah, and it's probably in Port Adelaide's court to get this deal, whichever deal it is, to get it done and hopefully not have the speculation going out through the whole season.
It poses this question for me to you and to our listeners, 82230000. How are they getting all this done without a CD, without a football manager? So is someone on the board stepping up? Is George Fiarchi doing a bit more? Is Trevor's doing a bit more?
They have a subcommittee, footy subcommittee, which I know Don Cassisi sits on
but you do need a football manager, don't you?
And Rob Snowden sits on that committee still, who's got a lot of experience in that field, and you've got Cripper as well. So, they would be the guys that are handling at the moment.
Okay, so you're happy that you haven't got a footy manager today doing all these negotiations?
Put this way, if it means getting the right footy manager, yes, I am.
It's a very good answer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's no point just filling the seat.
You don't want to be left with a peanut.
Can be put other ways, but yes, bottom line, that is about it. Big news today about Live Golf. We had heard that the Grange members had enough, and they're going to do their 4-year term, and that's going to be it. Where was it going to go for that in-between year? Well, it's been announced by the Premier.
Kooyonga is obviously one of the preeminent golf clubs in the nation. The golf course itself is higher ranked in the national golf course rankings than what is the case at Grange, and it's also closer to the city. So it's an event. This is a course that's close to the city. The course itself is of even a higher standard than what we've seen in the past, and that represents an opportunity to showcase yet another magnificent golfing tradition here in South Australia, and that's at Kooyonga.
That is a great course.
It is a great course. It'll be I reckon a challenge because Grange had the 2 courses, so there's a lot more room to move around and do your bits and pieces. So I'm really keen to have a look and see how Kooyonga handle it. Now it's 1 year.
Oh, they've had championships there.
Oh, they've had championships and they'll be able to do it well.
They'll nail it.
And it is a magnificent deck.
So I know Grange had a 4-year deal.
Yeah.
They didn't want to extend it?
No, not for that.
Well, we got the Premier on at 4:30,
Correct.
so we'll ask that question. I'd have loved to have owned a house on that Kooyonga course because put $40,000 on your annual salary this year. Or not this year, in 2027.
Well, just about.
For rent.
Because
they rent them for 30,000, 40,000.
Well,
There's beautiful
not-
houses that back onto the course.
It's not just players and teams and the like, but it's
everyone.
spectators who want to come over.
God.
They don't want to travel. They just get that house. So, yeah, good luck to those that are around the course. Should be sensational.
They'll nail it.
Yeah, like you said, we'll have the Premier after 4:30 headline, so that'll be awesome. There was a great game last night. Adelaide, for the first time in 25 years, the 36ers have won their first 3 games. That is great news, isn't it?
And we've got Sydney tomorrow night.
So, exactly, could make it 4 in a row. Should be
they're playing
sensational.
well.
So, Big Isaac Humphries had a night out, let me tell you. He played fantastic, but his chemistry with Bryce Cotton was amazing, and he just tried to explain why after the game.
I was saying to him, I know where to be because I've guarded you for so many years. I know I've guarded you in pick and roll actions for so long. I know on the flip side exactly where to be offensively. And he said, well, just as much as you've guarded me and played against me, I've played against you for that amount of time as well. So I know where you're going to be as well. And we just had that connection from playing against each other in a weird way. And now we get to find that synergy together, and it's very exciting.
It was a great combo. It worked really well, the old 1-2 punch. Now we're talking about, give us a call, 8223 0000. We've got a bottle of Rusden's Black Guts on the line tonight, just for calling up, and give us an option here.
1-2.
Great sporting combinations.
So there's a clear one who has a little Batman and Robin type thing. There's a clear one with a 2. So I immediately think of Pippen and Jordan.
Great.
I love the 49ers back in the 80s, Joe Montana and Jerry Ross. I know it's not our sport.
But that was a good one.
There's a star and then a bloke that just makes him look good.
Yeah.
1-2 combinations.
Yeah, there was a great movie by Will Ferrell called Talladega Nights, and he played Ricky Bobby, and his offside for Shake and Bake was Cal Norton Jr. Besides that great combination, which aren't real, the Cracker Brothers. What about the Cracker Brothers?
They were a 1-2 combination.
They were a 1-2 combination. Yeah. Unbelievable, they were. And I reckon Port Adelaide have been blessed with fullbacks and back pockets that just were in synergy. In the 50s, when they won 6 in a row, Abley Russell, 60s, LOA Obst, and then the 80s and 90s, Delaney Fiacci. I say that one regretfully. Yeah.
No, you shouldn't. They have a magnificent record.
Classic.
I think of the World Game, Lionel Messi and Luis Suarez.
Yes, nice.
How many times has Suarez put it on his boot
and you
straight
need
at the back of the net?
Spot on.
So the 36ers have Isaac Humphries and Bryce Cotton. They're forming a sensational 1-2 knockout combo. So what's the best 1-2 sporting combination? It's for a bottle of Rusden Black Gut Shiraz.
Yummy.
8223 0000. We'll take your calls, and we've got the Premier at 4:30.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Each week on the 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy invite some of their pals from the world of sport onto the show for a chat. Thanks to Pals, Parafield Airport Liquor, home of the hardest to find wines, beers and spirits. Life's better with your pals.
City Discount Tires.
Get saving this month at City Discount Tires. When you buy 3 Wild Peak AT3W all-terrain tyres, you'll get the 4th tyre free. The perfect tyre for your next adventure. City Discount Tires are a proud multi-tyre and wheel brand retailer offering great service at great prices. Visit citydiscounttires.com.au to find your nearest store. City Discount Tires. We're driven by value.
City Discount Tires.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, the Lynn Andrews team have made it easy for landlords to manage residential and commercial property. From single homes to multiple commercial holdings, our passion for property investment means we have a great deal of knowledge. How to do it safely and properly, matching the right tenant with the right property every time. We're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
Oh, great team this. Justin Woody and the entire team at Barossa Volkswagen, they believe a real test drive should not include traffic jams, stoplights, keep left, all that. At Barossa Volkswagen, you can glide through the vineyards, valleys, cruise through the cellar doors, stop for a cheeky little cheese platter or a little wine tasting. You can do what you want, fill it up and take it for a fang.
Now, you've got to check out the all-new Tayron. I'm doing it right now online. It's an all-new 7-seater. It has got everything. They reckon it'll make the tails wag on a dog. It's that good.
Wow.
How's that for a rating? Now, it's got 3 fantastic models. They got demos as well ready for test driving. So they're all fueled up. They're ready to go. It's a beautiful looking car. Take it for a spin in the beautiful Barossa.
Well, if you don't want to drive that one, you can have an Amarok.
Correct.
Or a Tiguan. They're all good.
Well, if you're moving a bit of stuff, you can't frighten a Triton.
You can't. And when it's time for a service, Barossa Volkswagen have got you covered with genuine care and country hospitality. You know what? Every single time. They're just the best.
Yeah, go online, barossavolkswagen.com.au, or just point the car north, just 50 minutes from Metro Adelaide. You'll take a real test drive. And if you don't want to just do that, go and book your car in for a service anytime you want. Barossa Volkswagen, city service, country feels.
One of the best things about South Australia is there's so much of it. Fortunately, getting a parcel from one side to the other is easy with Stateliner. Sure, Stateliner have a fleet of modern, comfortable buses, but they'll also carry freight across the state for you. Affordable rates, and your parcel goes on the next available bus. From the city to Port Pirie, Whyalla and Port Augusta, Ceduna and Port Lincoln, the Riverland, Mount Gambier and many towns in between. Get your parcel moving quickly. Put it on the Stateliner bus.
An overly ambitious effort at six-a-side soccer left you feeling knackered? You need a sports drink that stacks up, even when you can't stand up.
Let's go get a Maximus!
Maximus is for rapid hydration during or after at least an hour of exercise.
Hi, I'm Piper, and I've just landed my first job as a registered nurse at the Women's and Children's Hospital. There's been a massive recruitment drive across our health system, with jobs for doctors, nurses, midwives, paramedics, mental health and allied health workers. It's all part of building a bigger health system. To learn more and apply, visit biggerhealthsystem.sa.gov.au.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, taking your calls for a bottle of Rusden's Black Guts on the back of Sporting Combinations, the old 1-2. And I tell you what, Humphreys and Bryce Cotton, awesome last night.
For me.
Got a few calls lined up, but now we're going to check your traffic. All thanks to Peter Page Hyundai. Take a test drive today. You'll find the perfect Hyundai car. Elizabeth Way, Elizabeth.
Afternoon, a couple of things at Wingfield to look out for the drive home. Got a breakdown on the north-south motorway to the Wingfield interchange. Got a smash to Grand Junction Road near the north-south motorway. We're really busy at the moment. Grange Road at Flinders Park for the intersection works at Holbrooks Road, and pretty slow South Road at Edwardstown. Camera the later road, Fulham Gardens. Looking for the best of SA, a great special at cheap eats and live music? Find it only at the markets, Adelaide Central Market. Open Tuesdays till Saturdays and until 9 tonight. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
I like this one on the unique home-style food text. Shane Warne, he didn't need a two-punch. He did it by himself. Well, he was in good tandem with Glenn McGrath, of course, at the other end, so they were a great combo.
What about Marco from Port Adelaide, Stephen Rowe and Wendy's hot dogs? Are they even a thing?
Let's go to Summertown. G'day, Mark.
Ridiculous.
How you doing?
All right, my friend.
Hey, Mark.
One name you can't stay without the other is Stockton and Malone.
Yes.
But possibly more successful, Jordan and Pippen.
Oh,
yeah. I tell you what, Mark, Stockton and Malone, I don't know if you remember the old NBA machines.
Yeah.
The game you used to play in the arcades.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got one of those, and Stockton and Malone are the combination.
You're kidding.
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Good one, Mark. You're
well
in the
done,
running.
Mark. You're in the running, buddy.
A bottle of Rusden Black Gut Shiraz.
Excellent. Let's go to Prospect. Tony.
G'day, boys. How you going?
All right.
My combination is Court Marsh Bold Lily.
Oh,
yes.
It's almost an Australian icon saying,
That
isn't
is one too. They got a bloody grandstand at the Wacker.
Yeah.
Tony, that is a ripper. Court Marsh Bold Lily will last years.
Yep, that's very
That's
very
a
good.
ripper.
Well
Thanks,
done.
Tony. Hello, Yuri.
G'day, boys. How are you? All good?
Excellent.
Yeah, good, mate.
Look, you're probably not familiar. Well, number one, Tottenham Hospital in my life.
Uh-huh.
And my very, very favourite duo of all time were back in the mid-'80s, Steve Archibald and Garth Crooks. Steve Archibald was a little Scotsman. Garth Crooks was the darker-skinned Englishman. And those combination, they won cups. They won FA Cups. They won Cup Winners' Cup. They won League Cups. They didn't win the league, but those two won cups. And they'd be my all-round favourite duo.
So, Yuri, at that time, were Tottenham, was that one of their best eras?
Oh yeah, they had some Graham Roberts there. They had Steve Perham in there. Had Ray Clements in there, and they had the maestro. You know, you can think of Ronaldo, think of Messi, you can think of Zinedine Zidane. One guy who is up there with all of them, that's Glenn Hoddle.
Wow.
Glenn Hoddle was the magician. He was the magician. He was as good as Christ. Everyone. That's how good Glenn Hoddle, and that was in that era. What a team they had.
Well done, Yuri. You two in the running
Very
for
passionate.
a bottle of Rudston Black Gut Shiraz. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, on the back of Isaac Humphries and Bryce Cotton, they're forming a really good 1-2 combination. And a 1-2 combination, generally there's the star and then the other snoozer. You know, Batman was the one, and Robin just sort of tied his boots.
You obviously haven't spoken of George Fiacci. He thinks he was the star.
Oh, it does. Well, there's generally one real good one and then one that's really good but not.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, get them coming in. Best 1-2 sporting combinations. Hey, after the break, we're closing in on 4:30. We have our premier, Mr. Peter Malinauskas.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
With Big Difference Home Improvements, you can make a big difference to your next family gathering, your next Christmas lunch, or your next quiet time. Just you, a nice book, favourite bevy, and a place to relax. Big Difference Home Improvements make all the difference when it comes to outdoor blinds and roller shutters, verandas, pergolas, carports, or a stunning timber deck. Ask the Big D team for a free measure and quote today. Don't just make a difference, make a big difference. Visit bigdifference.com.au.
Ignite your passion for exploration in the all-new Land Cruiser Prado from the new Jarvis Toyota, Brighton Road, Somerton Park. Featuring refined suspension and increased manoeuvrability, the Land Cruiser Prado boasts off-roading prowess, ready to conquer the most rugged landscapes. Land Cruiser Prado is your gateway to adventure. Come and experience the difference and take a test drive of the all-new Land Cruiser Prado today at Jarvis Toyota, now on Brighton Road, Somerton Park.
At Simplicity Funerals, we have been keeping funerals simple and easy for over 40 years. Visit simplicityfunerals.com.au or call us 24/7 to get started today. Simplicity Funerals. Easy, respectful, simple.
When deciding on a gas fireplace for your home heating, you may think they all look the same. Well, at the gas shop, we're more than happy to
turn the lights down low. So you can see how different each one is. That's a beautiful thing. Heating, cooking, comfort, turn on to the gas shop. 161 Unley Road, opposite Target.
If the kitchen's your studio, Simpson's Pantry wraps and flatbreads are your canvas. Refresh, remix and wrap it up with Simpson's Pantry. You'll be absolutely wrapped. Simpson's Pantry. Absolutely wrapped.
If you need to fix your pipes, call Precise. Call Precise. If your toilet's blowing up, call Precise. Call Precise. If your lights aren't turning on, or your hot water is gone, or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Precise.
Precise Plumbing and Electrical. Call 1300 700 200. That's 1300 700 200. Precise Plumbing and Electrical. On time, on budget, on the job.
Or a plumber or an electrician, call Precise. Call Precise.
That's right, Mannix is the one-stop air conditioning shop. We can design, supply and install the right air conditioning system to meet your needs. Plus, we have Adelaide's biggest range of cash and carry units and spare parts at our warehouse sales outlets at unbeatable prices. Public and the trade are welcome at any of our 5 big locations. After 60 years, people trust Mannix. Get a free quote in-store or online.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. A young girl has died in hospital after a two-car crash at Virginia on the long weekend. The cars hit a tree at Tantanoola in the state's southeast. All parties have now signed off on phase 1 of a peace deal in Gaza, paving the way for the release of 20 hostages. And the Shell FIVEAA racing team of Brodie Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood were fastest in qualifying for the Bathurst 1000. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Afternoon, a bit of a dog's breakfast at Wingfield this Savo. Got a breakdown on the north-south motorway near the Wingfield interchange, plus a smash on Grand Junction roads near the north-south motorway. And a top off an oil spill, just what you need on a Friday Arvo, at Hanson Road near the Porter Expressway. Visiting South Road, Edwardstown slow, Brighton Road, Brighton with a camera, Marlborough Street at Fulham Gardens. Autobahn's 3-day race-winning deals are on. Get a massive 20 to 30% off top brands. Don't miss out. Deals end Sunday only at Autobahn. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Mostly clear tonight and a shower or two tomorrow with a high of 20. At the moment, 20. More news at 5 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Yes, it certainly is. Stephen Rowe and Tim Jennifer driving you home. Get on the below at 82230000, looking for great sporting combinations. The punch 1-2 that goes together, and there's been a couple of great texts coming through. Scott Hodges and Darren Smith agree with that one too. That was a very important combination. A very funny one from Maria. He's been putting quite a few through. John Cosmina and Kevin Muscat now.
No.
Wasn't a great combo, that one.
I don't think so.
But there's some big news, Rowey, on the Live Golf front.
My word, Kooyonga Golf Club has been locked in for Live Golf in 2027. Joining us, our Premier, Peter Malinauskas. Premier, thanks for your time. Gee, what a great event this is going to be at Kooyonga. That is a hell of a course.
Yeah, it's a bit of an opportunity presented itself, Rowey, that the team at Live and Kooyonga jumped on. There was a little gap between finishing up the contract at Grange and when the move happens to North Adelaide in 2028. So there was a discussion around where the event would be in 2027. The team had a few different options they were working through. They were working closely with Grange, and I want to take this chance to thank Grange Golf Club members because they've been really supportive, and we should be appreciative of their efforts over the last 4 years, and we've still got one more event there this year. But there's an opportunity to do something new and fresh in 2027 at Kooyonga. A lot of South Australians, in fact, the overall majority of South Australians would have never had the chance to work on the hallowed turf at Kooyonga Golf Club, which is one of the highest ranked in the country, even higher than Grange. And now they'll have the chance to see the world's best golfers at Kooyonga in an event at a location that's even closer to the city than Grange.
Yeah, some people say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Did Grange get first right of refusal for that, Premier?
Yeah, Grange were party to the discussions. The state government's not actually the people that negotiate this. We sort of sit on top of it. It's negotiated directly between Live and the golf clubs.
Okay.
I understand there were discussions between Live and Grange about extending it and their commercial negotiations. But Kooyonga presented an opportunity to do something. As a government, we were consulted, and I made clear that we were supportive of the proposition just as long as, it doesn't scale back the size of the event, because we want all those interstate tourists coming across the border that make it such an economic driver. And although the footprint of Kooyonga is obviously a lot smaller than Grange in terms of the physical size, because there's 2 courses at Grange versus the one at Cooey, the good thing about Cooey is that there's a lot, like Grange is quite flat, whereas at Kooyonga it's quite an undulating course. There are hills and the like, and that actually presents a better viewing position for patrons and spectators who might get a better aspect or better views of what's going on than what can be afforded at Grange. And that helps keep the crowd numbers up.
Some advantages of going to Kooyonga, I suppose it's very close to the city as far as a lot of the players and teams that will be coming to Adelaide. They'll be in a much closer range.
They will be, but what's even more important, Timmy, is the spectators, which is why we're moving it to North Adelaide, right? So in North Adelaide, we've got a golf course in the city. Like Melbourne can't say that.
Yeah.
Sydney can't say that. Like we've got something we're really lucky to have, and obviously what we're doing as a government, we're upgrading it so that everybody can use it. But then 1 week a year, we're going to end up with this major world-class event literally in the CBD. Now, Kooyonga is sort of somewhere in between Grange and the city in that respect, but it's just good for spectators. The other advantage of Kooyonga is it is obviously a harder course. When I say harder course, a higher quality course. We're really lucky in Adelaide. Those elite courses, we got Glenelg, Grange, Kooyonga, and Royal Adelaide. The two best are probably Royal Adelaide and Kooyonga. So this prevents another challenge, and that will make it a more interesting spectacle as well.
We've sort of led the pack as far as live events go, though, here in Adelaide, haven't we? I read somewhere, was it 40% of profits for live revenue come from the Adelaide
that's right.
tournament? That's massive.
It is massive. And you see the crowd numbers. So this year, the most recent season with live, and we sort of get these reports sent through to us, there has been growth in spectator numbers, and they're starting to grow in other parts of the world, but nowhere's hit the same rate that we have here in Australia. And if you think about the reason why, it's because we don't get the international golf stars to Australia, whereas in the US they have them week in, week out. So it's the fact that we get the big names here so infrequently that people are willing to travel to experience the event. And bearing in mind that out of the hundreds of thousands, we're now at hundreds of thousands of people we've seen go to live over the last 3 years, 40% come from outside of South Australia, which is a really high percentage, and that's because good golf in Australia is so rare.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a great result. Just give us an update on the North Adelaide development. How's it going? And do you need me to bring my chainsaw down? I'm quite the arborist. Although that would be a sight to behold, Rowey. Look, I'll let you know, mate. Maybe there's a budget saving to be had there. Done.
No, look, it's all progressing. So in the next few months, like what I've said is before the election in March next year, we want to have the plans out in terms of the routing of the course, which then will allow us to publicly cite how many trees will be removed. I've been honest about this from the start, and I knew what would happen. I've come out and made it clear that some trees will have to be removed. It's not going to be a huge number. There's over 9,000 trees at the North Adelaide Golf Course now. There are going to be a number that have to be removed. Now, of course, what that's done is sent some people crazy because, there's always going to be protesters, just like trees had to get removed from Adelaide Oval that people complained about, right? So all those noises are happening, and no doubt many of your listeners have heard about people being angry about the proposition. My view is that, look, we are going to see some trees removed. We've committed to replace at least 3 trees for every one that's removed, so a 3-for-1 ratio in terms of trees removed versus trees planted. The golf course is not a links course. It will require a lot of trees, not less. And what we're going to end up with here is taking a golf course and turning it into a better golf course. For 51 weeks of the year, Rowey, right, hackers will be able to play it. And
I love it.
I think, and I was down there at Kooyonga today, it's absolutely spectacular, right?
Yeah.
But the membership fees are thousands of dollars a year.
Yep, love it.
Now, for a lot of South Australians, they'll be able to play in North Adelaide, and it'll only cost them, won't cost them anything like that. And they can play 1 week and then not have to pay thousands of dollars a year like everywhere else.
Nah, brilliant. Well, I'm a North Adelaide resident now, and I'll never let a tree get in the way of progress. So you've
Good man.
You've got my back. Hey, Pete, before we go, and I know you're busy, and thank you so much for your time. Did you just have or receive a political award from your peers,
The
McKinnon
Prize.
How good's that?
Yeah,
well done.
Well, I think I'd say about that is, from far as I can tell, politician and prizes, they tend not to mix. So, I'd rather stay away from it.
Is it like the McGarry Medal? Surely you've won 3 in a row, Pete.
No. Like I said, politicians and prizes are a bad mix. I'd rather...
No, well done.
We know you're humble. Very humble, well played.
Premier, thanks for your time. Well done. That's
Thanks,
a great news story. Live Golf at Grange in 2026. Live Golf at Kooyonga in 2027. And I cannot wait for this. Live Golf at North Adelaide in 2028.
Stephen
I am
Rowe, resident.
so looking forward to
I'll
that
sleep at your joint, walk down.
Oh, stop it. Hello, Phil at South Plympton.
G'day, guys. You're looking for the great combo.
Yes, please.
I've never been a St Kilda fan, but I had to look on with admiration every time Nicky Winmar got the ball. was only a matter of seconds before it was on Lockett's chest.
Yeah,
100%. That's a good 1-2 combination.
Well played, Phil. Like that one. Let's go to Russell at Plimpton. You got one for us, Russ?
I certainly have. I think this will come from left field, boys. Ever heard of a horse called Mackivy Diva and a jockey called Glenn Boss?
Oh,
sensational.
Great call. That's a great call,
Hey,
mate.
now, if anyone beats that, I'm not fair dinkum.
Yeah. Well, Marcia Lilly says hello, but Rush, you're in the running for that bottle of Rusden Black Gut Shiraz. Now, this is on the back of the 36ers. In 3 games, Isaac Humphries and Bryce Cotton, boy, are they forming a sensational 1-2 combo. The pick and roll,
like it.
God, playing tomorrow night, sold out, get down there. So what's your best 1-2 sporting combination? We had a number of people ring up. Brocky and Jim Richards.
Yeah, that was a good one.
9 Bathurst.
Yeah, that's a fair call.
And the reason I say that is, guess what we're doing after the break? Crossing all the way
to Bathurst.
Oh, hello. 822 300
Afternoon, bit of a dog's breakfast at Wingfield at the moment. Got a breakdown on the North-South Motorway near the Wingfield interchange, plus a smash at Grand Junction Road near the North-South Motorway, and to top it off, an oil spill. Probably not what you want on a Friday arvo at Tanson Road near the Port of Expressway. Busy right now, Decatable Terrace at Kent Town, quite slow. South Road, Edwardstown, with the camera, Valletta Road, Kidman Park. This Saturday at Super Cheap Auto, get 20% off almost everything store-wide. Starts online 5:30 p.m. today. T's and C's and exclusions apply. Make it super cheap auto. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
5AA is inviting you into the studio every afternoon. Head to the 5AA live stream.
Live life your way with personalised disability support and aged care services. Visit completecare.com.au today.
When it comes to reducing pain and rebuilding strength, Kiza leaves nothing to chance. Our university-qualified health professionals don't just treat problem areas. They design personalised training programs using Swiss-engineered machines unique to Kiza. These machines safely isolate the affected area, test your strength, and help rebuild your muscles for a stronger, more active and healthier life. Kiza, building strength with precision in Norwood.
They say one of life's biggest decisions is buying a home. But sometimes the hardest one is leaving it. At Anglicare SA, we're here to help you stay where you belong. We offer support for everyday things like cleaning, gardening, cooking, but are also experts in care management, allied health, and clinical nursing. Because we believe there is no place like home. And with the right support, there is no reason to leave it. Find out more at Anglicare SA. You are at home.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes and Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
Hi, Brett Ibbott here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. OK, the end of financial year might be done and dusted, but at Mawson Lakes Mazda, the deals aren't. All makes, models and colours are being cleared, no exceptions. And there's a huge range of locate demos all ready for immediate delivery. Plus, you'll get free on roads, free stamp duty, free 12 months rego and $500 worth of accessories. Mawson Lakes Mazda, Salisbury Highway, T's and C's apply.
Get ready for South Australia's biggest charity car and bike show, Horsepower for Hope. Saturday, October 11, the South Australian Produce Markets at Paraka will come alive with muscle cars, bikes, trucks, food, live music and family fun. It's not just a car show, it's a day out with free kids entertainment. Presented by the Muscle Car Collectors Club, every ticket helps the Little Heroes Foundation support kids living with serious illness right here in SA. Horsepower for Hope, October 11. Find out more at littleheroesfoundation.com.au.
Did you know that over 1 million Australians live with type 2 diabetes? That's why CMAX Clinical Research is conducting a clinical trial involving a new potential treatment for this condition. If you're aged 18 to 65 and generally healthy, you could be eligible to participate. You'll spend a total of 6 nights at CMAX on 2 occasions, attend 1 visit and get paid for your time. Interested in taking part? Register your details at cmax.com.au. That's cmax.com.au.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Currently it's Feeney, then Murray, then Waters, then Di Pasquale, and Macca gets in. Go Macca! Unbelievable. Boston position number 3. Wood position number 2. This is an epic quali.
Brody Kostecki knocks them all off with a 4:03. 6 1,000s faster than Feeney. Unbelievable.
It's on at Bathurst, and Kostecki looked like he's going to take pole there, so we'll speak to Mark Beretta very soon about that. 5AA Golf Day, you heard me say, number 1 draft pick, T. Geneva in the draft for the Phil Hoffman Travel 5AA Golf Day that's coming up on the 17th of October. Yes, it must have been a sham draw at the Glenelg Golf Club. It should be sensational. You got a chance to win, so just listen in, and the best thing you could do is register at 5AA.com.au. Register now, and you give me a chance to have that golf for 4 people, get a customised Titleist hat, you get on-course food, beverages, 2-course sit-down lunch, guest speakers, big show. 5AA breakfast will be down there, David and Will, and at 5:20 we'll announce a winner.
How good is that? Best 1-2 sporting combinations, a couple more coming through. Wally Lewis and Alfie Langer.
That's a good combo. Like it.
Macca and Aish.
Oh, good combo.
Yeah, they played a lot together. And here's one from Steve from Laura. Guys, have you heard about the Crows chasing Will Day? Oh, God, I'd hope they are.
You chase him all the way if you could get hold of him.
There'll be a few draft picks to go there. Let's go to Shido Park. Hello there, Rob.
How you going, boys?
Excellent.
What's your combo?
It'd have to be KG and Cornsey.
Yes.
You listened to them for years.
Yep.
And you two are very similar.
Oh, no, mate.
Which one am I?
Timmy's more like Cornsey, knows his music and sport, and you're like KG, Rowey.
Well, that's an honour to put me in the same sentence as him, but that is our very own 5AA, KG and Cornsey. They are Hall of Fame combination.
Well, there's a media centre named after KG.
There you go.
I bet you Graham was disappointed he didn't get his name on there as well.
Favouritism will get you that Rusden Black Guts with those two.
Good call.
Because we love them.
Let's go to 2 Wells. Our old friend Ange.
Ange.
G'day, boys. How are you?
Excellent.
Early 2000s, boys. Brendan Lade and Roger James.
Oh, Brendan Lade and Roger James. Wow. I just love great, and I know Rowey does as well, great craft work and the ability to palm to advantage.
Yeah.
Lady was right up there with the best of them.
Wasn't he ever?
And Roger James, of course, was the first touch, playing beautiful hands. Bit like AJ, wasn't he?
Rider to Robbie Gray.
That was another great combo
That's
as
a nice
well.
one. Peter Carey to any small rover in Glenelg.
Lade was to Franco, to Sean Burgoyne. I mean, it was just who's going to go. And Josh Carr just used to block for all of them. He was the ultimate team man.
Jumbo Prince didn't have a 1-2. He was just the one.
Yeah, I'll just do it myself.
Hey, I like this one. Just before we go all the way to Bathurst. Here's a text. Another great pairing, guys, was Ned McHenry and Matt Crouch. Oh, all right, Ned.
Oh, that's harsh. No, they were good, actually. They did well.
When we were away.
They did too well. You know what they say, don't go on holidays. And this bloke, he rarely has a break. Let me tell you, he's a 7-sport motorsport expert and doing a great job there every year at Bathurst. Mark Beretta, g'day, mate.
Brett.
Legends, how are you? It is a beautiful day here at Mount Panorama too. Sunny for a real change. We don't often get that, and the weather has been glorious. So we've seen a ripping day of racing.
Yeah, we spoke to Scafie yesterday, and he was a bit concerned that it might precipitate a bit. I think he used that word, so we had to go back through the dictionary. But it hasn't affected today's time trials.
No, today's been perfect. It's been amazing, and a complete contrast to yesterday where it was howling wind, it was rainy, it was just miserable basically, and tough on the drivers to get their hands around or get a handle on the cars and the conditions here. But today, completely opposite, and we have just seen a remarkable day. Third practice session was this morning, the fourth was this afternoon, and the practice was just full on. It was like a qualifying session. Then this afternoon, we've just had the qualifying session. The top 10 are locked down for the shootout tomorrow, and Brody Kostecki is the man at the top of the tree. So he is dialed in to pick up another pole position here, and potentially to go back to back with Todd Hazelwood as they won it last year.
Well, they won it last year. We were saying to Mark Scaife yesterday that they're probably, if you got smart money, They've won the last 2 Enduros and Bathurst last year, so they seem to know and like this format.
Amazing. And Brodie, in getting into the car and stepping out of the car, just super relaxed. You know, this guy, he says that the team makes him look good. He makes him look good. You know, it was just a remarkable performance today. And, you know, so many other guys around him putting the pressure on. Anton De Pasquale had a good day today. He's in the shootout. Brock Feeney found his form and he's in the shootout as well. But I don't know, something about Brodie and the way he goes about it. You know, he doesn't smash himself up. He's just got that nice, comfortable, casual demeanour about him. But it's not a relaxed effort. He's putting in 100%. He's getting incredible results. And what he can do in the shootout tomorrow, you know, who knows? He is going to be very, very hard to beat in the shootout tomorrow afternoon.
He's a talent for sure. Any prangs?
No, nothing notable at all. It was an amazing day after, you know, a couple of big ones. Chaz Mostert hit the wall yesterday. You know, there were a couple of big hits yesterday. Harry Jones hit the wall yesterday. And they worked on Harry's car at Team 18 until early this morning. And when I say early, I mean like 5 a.m. When I got here for sunrise. Wow. They were still working on the car in the garage. So those guys, those mechanics ducked home, had a couple of hours sleep and got back and got Anton De Pasquale into the top 3 in the shootout, which is just remarkable. So, you know, this event never ceases to amaze with what people can achieve and the events, the results that are thrown up.
There's nothing like this in the world, is there, Brett?
No.
When you benchmark this against the big ones, do people overseas, I know we always, you know, pump our own bags, but do people overseas go, wow, have you heard about the Bathurst 1000?
Yeah, absolutely they do. And even the amount of drivers who want to come here, you know, all your Formula One drivers, they all want to come here and have a go at this circuit. And the amazing thing about it is you couldn't build a track like Mountain Panorama. You know, it's a natural scenic road around Bathurst. It was built in the 30s, and it's just an incredible piece of motorway, 6.2 kilometres, rises over 850 metres, and you just really couldn't do it anywhere else. It's unique. It's wonderful, and we're really, really lucky to have it here in Australia.
So we've got practice 5 and 6 tomorrow, then the top 10 shootout from 5:05 p.m. That's our time, and that will dictate who's on pole and the starting line.
Exactly right. So at the moment, those positions from 11 down, they are locked in now. Those drivers know where they'll be, but the top 10 to be sorted out tomorrow, and that is going to be a cracker. If you just have some time tomorrow to do anything, sit down on the couch and watch that tomorrow afternoon, because it'll be something pretty special. All of these guys are in incredible form. All the teams are dialed in. The cars are probably faster than they've ever been. The drivers are better than they've ever been. And one of the things that emerged today, a lot of the young guns who we haven't seen do a lot so far, you know, guys who are here, and there are 7 rookies as part of the field this year, but guys like young Zach Bates and young Ryan Wood, they were right there. Macaulay Jones as well spent time in the top 10 today. The young guns are putting the pressure on the established drivers, and that's the X factor of this weekend.
Like it. Tune into 7's Bathurst 1000 coverage on Channel 7 and 7 Plus from now until Sunday. Got Mark Beretta on the line now. Who else is working with you? But I did see Chris Stubbs is going to be covering, the mountain and the campgrounds. Does he get danger money for that?
You'd want it, wouldn't you? Well, I think we're going to shoot Emma Friedman up there as well, which would be great. But, it's something else to see. Look, to be honest, it's probably not as exciting as it was a few years ago. It has toned down a little bit. There's a bit more family up there now, but it's still loose. You know, there's a lot of people who've spent their whole lives going up there and, you know, buried their beer and done all those great things. And, you know, they have a good time, put it that way. They don't turn over cars or burn cars anymore, which is a good thing.
Yes.
But, you know, it has settled down a little bit.
Well
and it's great. It is good fun up there. You know, if you're brave enough to tackle it, you know, it's like anywhere. You get up there and they're really heart and soul, the fans up there. They love it. When the cars go around the first time in the great race, they go nuts up there.
Yeah, it's our premier Australian sporting event, the Bathurst 1,161 laps. Brett, thanks for your time.
Always a pleasure, guys. Thanks very much. Enjoy the great race.
Yeah, well done. He's a ripper expert, with the Bathurst and Sunrise Sports presenter. You can see it on Channel 7 and 7 Plus. Hello there, Kent at Walkerville.
G'day, boys. I've got a combo for you.
Please.
Yes.
Back in the long time ago at Geelong, Polly Farmer and Billy Goggin.
Yeah,
that'll do.
That's a good call, Kent. Like that. The great Polly Farmer. Gee, they speak very, very highly about that man. And went about his work very humbly as
He
well.
was just a star. Hello, Ken.
This is Ken at Morford Vale, is it?
It certainly is.
This is you, Ken.
Yeah, your worst nightmare.
No, you're not.
My pairings are Kerry Pothart and Natalie Cook.
Yeah, won the gold medal in Sydney.
Won the gold medal in 2000.
Yeah.
Between them, they played in 8 Olympic Games.
Stop it.
We've spoken to Kerry a few times. She's great. Yeah.
I don't know whether you know, but Pothart was playing indoor volleyball. She busted her cruciate leg, I think it might have been. But anyway, she took up playing in the sand just because of the cushioning effect and went on to win Olympic gold. But,
unreal.
my best.
Did you say they went to 8 Olympics?
No, but between them they played 8 Olympic games.
I was going to say, 8, that's 32 years.
Yeah,
God, she's
not
good.
that
She's
good.
not quite that good. Ken, well done, mate. Love your work. Big hour coming up. Johnny Ralph and all things trade. Matt Weston, who's Matt Weston? He's the boss down there at the 36ers. They're
Correct.
3 from 3.
Put a great roster
and
together.
Terry McAuliffe, racing.com. He'll pick you a winner. It's about 4:57.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
Need a quick dinner or snack hack? Whatever's in your fridge, refresh, remix and wrap it up with Simpson's Pantry wraps and flatbreads. They'll be absolutely wrapped.
Simpson's Pantry, absolutely wrapped.
Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Steinborner Automotive has always been well worth the trip. From 1 to 9 yards across the Barossa, Clare and of course Gawler. You can get new and demo Ford Rangers in Clare, Mitsubishi Outlanders, Hyundai Hybrids and Mazda CX-5 in Nuriutpa, Jack Utes in Gawler, plus over 300 certified used vehicles in stock. Head to one of Steinborner's 9 locations or view the whole range at steinborner.com.au. Steinborner Automotive. It's well worth the trip.
Hi, I'm Dr. Benji from the Child and Adolescent Virtual Urgent Care Service. You know, a hospital might not always be the best place to get the right care. There are now more care options available than ever, like 24/7 pharmacies, urgent care clinics, and virtual care services with people like me. It's all part of building a bigger health system. To find out what's happening near you, visit biggerhealthsystem.sa.gov.au.
A message from the Government of South Australia.
Get the fruit trees you want at Garden Grove. Come and explore a huge range of citrus, fruit and nut trees, dwarf varieties, ornamentals and many more. Get the great advice you need and everything you want at Garden Grove. Golden Grove Road, Golden Grove.
Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, that's the garden. Garden Grove, the garden that
Phone 8251 1111 for delivery to all areas. Open 7 days.
BRW, Bathroom Renovators Warehouse.
Looking for a stunning new bathroom? Want the high-end look without spending a fortune? BRW can design and renovate your bathroom from start to finish at a budget that suits you. Visit our showroom today and see our beautiful new bathrooms on display. BRW, beautiful bathrooms at warehouse prices. 16 Research Road, Paraka.
We are BRW, Bathroom Renovators Warehouse.
Fuel cards, receipts. Why does managing a fleet feel like I'm building flat pack furniture? Without the instructions. Don't ask why, ask Wex. Wex Motor Pass is the one card that works for everything. No fuss, no piles of paperwork, just streamlined fuel management across Australia. Finally, a fix that doesn't need an Allen key. Search Wex Motor Pass. Terms and conditions apply.
The passing of someone close places unique stress on family and friends. At this time, Farrell & O'Neill Funerals are here to provide reassurance and peace of mind. Farrell & O'Neill offer creative guidance and advice to tailor a service that best honours your loved one. Whether a large gathering or a small, intimate service, Farrell & O'Neill share their generations of experience in tailoring a unique and meaningful farewell. Proudly SA family-owned and operated, because it's personal.
Up-to-the-minute news for South Australia. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Mostly clear tonight and a shower or two tomorrow, a high of 20. With the 5 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig. A 6-year-old girl critically injured in a crash at Virginia on the long weekend has died in hospital. A van and a ute collided at the intersection of King Road and Penfield Road on Sunday morning. 3 other children and 2 adults suffered minor injuries. The young girl's death is the 69th life lost on our roads this year. While a car has crashed into a tree at Tantanoola in the state's southeast, Tantanoola Road has been closed around the scene. Also in the southeast, an 8-year-old boy is in hospital with serious injuries after he was hit by a car at Mount Gambier. The driver, a 46-year-old woman, wasn't physically hurt. Australia's political leaders have praised the US president for helping negotiate a peace deal in Gaza. Michael Packey reports.
Donald Trump is winning widespread praise after encouraging Israel and Hamas to agree to a ceasefire as part of his 20-point peace plan. The Israeli cabinet ratified the first phase of the deal, which will see Hamas return all Israeli hostages. In exchange, the Netanyahu government will release hundreds of Palestinian prisoners. President Trump says the deal brings hope to the Middle East after 2 years of conflict.
And I think it's going to be a lasting peace, hopefully an everlasting peace.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says the president deserves enormous congratulations for his efforts and is urging Israel and Hamas to make the plan stick.
We also need to talk about the day after, which requires a two-state solution.
The US will send about 200 troops to Israel to help monitor the peace deal.
The venue for the Live Golf Tournament in 2027 has been confirmed. Kooyonga at Lockleys will play host after the final event at Grange next year. Premier Peter Malinowska says it's a coup.
The course itself is of even a higher standard than what we've seen in the past, and that represents an opportunity to showcase another magnificent golfing tradition here in South Australia, and that's at Kooyonga. It's hosted plenty of professional tournaments in the past. The Australian Women's Open is coming back here in the not-too-distant future, so it's got a record of success in hosting events like this.
From 2028, the tournament will be played at the redeveloped North Adelaide Golf Course. South Australian lobster exports have more than doubled over the past year to $94.7 million. More of our lobster has been sold to the world in the past 12 months than any other 12-month period. According to the latest data, China was the biggest consumer, buying more than $64 million worth since trade restrictions were lifted late last year. Princess Anne will travel to Australia next month. She'll be visiting in her role as Colonel-in-Chief to the Royal Australian Corps of Signals, marking 100 years since its formation. She'll spend time in Victoria, New South Wales and Queensland. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Charlie Curnow's future remains up in the air. Carlton's rejected an offer from Geelong for the forward for 3 first-round draft picks. The 28-year-old has had physicals with both the Cats and Sydney. Commentator Matthew Lloyd says Cats forward Brian Myers could get a deal done.
It was reported today that Carlton love Brian Myers and that because they just don't, even though they secured Ben Ainsworth today from the Gold Coast Suns, that they've always admired Brian Myers.
And as part of that deal to get Ainsworth, Corey Durden has joined Port Adelaide. The Blues have also got West Coast youngster Campbell Chesser for pick 41. Andrew McDonald admits time is running out for Pat Cummins to prove his fitness for the opening Ashes test, but the Australian coach says there's been no discussion about the captain missing the entire series. And Brodie Kostecki is top qualifying ahead of Sunday's Bathurst 1000, the defending champ finishing ahead of Brock Feeney going into tomorrow's top 10 shootout.
That was probably one of the best laps of my career, to be honest. So we'll get stuck into some race runs tomorrow before the shootout, and I'm feeling pretty excited about the race on Sunday.
And that audio thanks to Fox Sports. Now checking 5AA traffic.
G'day there at Wingfield, a smash in Grand Junction Road near the North-South Motorway and an oil spill at Wingfield too. This one's Hanson Road near the Porter Expressway. Super slow at the moment at Flinders Park. That's for works Holbrooks Road near Grange Road for the intersection upgrade. And she's really busy at the moment, South Road at Edwardstown. Cameras Trimmer Parade Seaton and Valletta Road at Kidman Park. Ready for a spring refresh? At Freedom, save up to 25% off selected sofas and furniture, plus get up to 20% off selected outdoor furniture. Sale on now, only at Freedom. Adelaide's most accurate traffic, on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Mostly clear tonight and a shower or two tomorrow, heading for 20. A shower or two on Sunday, 19. Partly cloudy for Monday, also 19. And cloud clearing on Tuesday, 22. At the moment, 20. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
I'm Kate Collins. Tonight, an end to the war in Gaza imminent. Extraordinary developments out of the Middle East. We're live to Tel Aviv. Disturbing new details about accused cop killer Desi Freeman. Adelaide's Live Golf on the move to a new course. An accused dog napper in Payneham pleads guilty. And Princess Kate's warning to parents. 9 News. Your news. Nightly at 6 on 9 and 9 now.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, we've been pretty consistent with that. Dom and I have had those conversations without going into too much detail, but obviously we value Cal highly, and so do Brisbane, and that's something we just need to work through. But obviously up pick 16 or future 1 is probably not something that's going to be part of that discussion.
List manager Justin Reid for the Adelaide Crows there on the Callum Archie deal. Keep your calls coming, 8223 0000. Great sporting combos. And now for Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, cooking appliances, washing machines, dishwashers, TVs and more at 919 Marion Road. Marion, John Ralph from Fox Footy and the Herald Sun. Ralphie, how are you, mate? Oh, he's not there. He's not there. We're just trying to get him up at the moment.
Good an intro
and
as
clean
I think we've ever seen.
Couldn't you just have made out you him?
1-2 combinations, Doc Clarkson and Michael Noonan.
Oh, Doc Clarkson, yeah.
3 premierships. Satana O'Halpin and Cameron Cloak. Now,
no, that's not funny.
That's not quite the
He
combination.
put the boots into him.
He did, kicked him right up the coin.
Well, after that brilliant intro, he's actually on the line. G'day, Ralphie.
Hello, boys. I was there the day when Satanta went propo on Cameron Cloak.
Yes.
I was sitting in that press box there where those seats were really arched and the desk went forward and nearly gave you bloody sciatica.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what happened there. So, we've seen a lot in the 25-year career. If I was a good storyteller, I'd write a book about it, but I'm no good, boys. So,
no, you are, Ralphie.
I was going to say, get a ghostwriter, mate. You'll be right. Hey, Ralphie,
exactly, yeah.
Corey Durden got to Port Adelaide, but the Archie deal for Adelaide just finding its level, I suppose, over the next few days.
He's not a superstar, is he? I know that Brisbane's now saying they want, first-round picks, and I think the very strong message there from Adelaide is they've got a future second on the table. I think that's about right, isn't it?
Is. Yep.
Brisbane's well in their right mind and well able to hold on and say, hang on, but there is a deadline on Wednesday. He's a second-round pick. He's a very nice player. He had an outstanding final series last year, but this year he's just a very nice player, and I think he will really complement the Adelaide forward line and allow, of course, Rochelle and Rankin to play more midfield. But yeah, not that Reedy needs any advice there as the Adelaide list boss. Hold your line. Second rounder for the future is about what it should be.
And Port Adelaide got Corey Durden, pick 29. Went to the Gold Coast and picked 67 to Carlton. Do you think that was okay, that deal?
It's okay, isn't it? I looked at Corey Durden and he played 16 games and he kicked 14 goals. He's a very accurate player, so I think he kicked 14-8. So, you could say that's great, but let's face it, he had 22 scoring shots across 14 games. It's not amazing. The last 4 years he's kicked 47 goals across 62 games. It's a big enough sample size to think. I think he's just a nice player. The challenge there for Port Adelaide, isn't it, that they could have had the rising star winner. Instead they went a different way with Berry, who still has so much time. But Joe Berry at pick 15, Murphy Reid at 17. So I absolutely understand why they've gone for a bit of small forward cover there. I think Joe Richards had some fantastic games. They'd be really keen for Berry to come on. And we know that Sam Powell-Pepper did a July ACL. So having done a second ACL, it's probably a 11 or 12-month recovery there. So, if you are Port Adelaide, you're trying to bring in some complementary pieces. But I think it would be a stretch to say that Durden's going to revolutionise that forward line.
Yeah, well said, Ralphie. Clayton Oliver officially chooses GWS I love how clubs take on troubled people and think they can do a lot better than the club that had it before, but they clearly think they will, but they're going to get $700,000 of his pay paid for. It's probably a risk well worth taking.
Oh, when you think about the fact that I think he's a dual Lee Matthews MVP,
Yes, he is.
3 All-Australian, 4-time Best and Fairest winner. And that was, however you want to pitch it, it was as recently as 2021. So 4 years ago, he could have won the Norm Smith medal that, of course, Petrarca won. So much water's gone under the bridge since then. The one thing, having spoken to GWS and Jason McCartney, he says people are shocked how hard the footy club trains up there. And so even when Jake Stringer came in, he had a couple of hamstrings, but, they got him really fit. And they felt that there was a perception around him that they felt was not true in the end. So that's the glass half full. The glass half empty is to say that even when Jesse Hogan went to Fremantle and got his second chance, it was an absolute disaster. And it took him a third opportunity, a second chance there when he eventually got to GWS. So, Clayton abusing people at the airport, we don't care, we're journos, it's good drama. I still think there's a long way for him to come in terms of his personal development. But what GWS feels is if you can get a bloke who's got all those accolades for $700,000, they'll give up a third round or a late pick for him. It's worth the risk, and they believe they've got an elite culture and an elite program that will develop him. But I think you would probably say, Rowey, if we see him off the rails by next August, would say, buyer beware, we did warn them.
Keep him on the team bus, I say. Temptations are everywhere in Sydney. Geelong, 3 first-rounders, and Carlton, through Chris Davies, said, no cigar, no way, Jose.
Well, they're not really first-rounders, are they? I've dressed it up as lamb, but I think it's an old piece of mutton there.
Oh,
They're
big
going to have to get players involved. Well, you know what? So I think Geelong would say that pick 17, which they have now, will probably stay pretty close to that, given the changes to the bidding system. It won't blow a long way out. And next year's might be around that as well, because they're going to make even further changes to that. But that first-rounder from 2027, which could have academy picks and Tasmanian picks, that could blow out to 35 in the end. So, effectively, it's in the old method. It's 2 first-rounders and maybe even a third. So if Geelong's fair income, at some stage there, they're going to have to make a really strong statement to one of their players. It might be Shannon Neal. It might be Brian Myers. It might be one of those guys of that quality and say, hey, mate, we love you, but we really love Charlie Curnow even more. I don't think they're going to make that decision. So what we do know is that Sydney right now is prepared to offer up a couple of first-rounders. Someone like Will Hayward absolutely would be prepared to be pushed into that equation. Even in the last couple of days, they've said to Joel Amati, hey, we know you're a key position forward. We want to keep you. We want to extend you. You're not going to be part of any trade. So right now, even though Charlie Curnow wants to get to Geelong, I think Sydney makes more sense just because they're prepared to throw some players in. And if you're Michael Voss, you're saying, I don't want picks that are going to develop in 50 games. Yeah. I need a player that gives me some chance to keep my to get a contract extension, to keep my tenure at this footy club. And right now, pick a 2027 pick, it does not appeal in any way to Michael Voss, who might be 2 years into another media career by then.
Hey, Ralphie, Lee Kalir's management, well, they left it. What would you say? No stone unturned as far as their attitude goes with what happened with the Saints withdrawing their offer. What went wrong in that deal?
I've spoken to a lot of people about it today, and some people say that you're not allowed to officially offer a contract, or you're not allowed to sign a contract with another club mid-season. But what you are able to do is to get a definitive deal across email, and they would say that that's legally binding. So whether his management didn't get that offer come through, but what other clubs have said to me is if you're that far down the path, you just commit, because you know that whether you're from a small management company like Centimetre Perfect or whether you're from a Paul Connors or a TGI, if you renege on that deal 12 months down the track, how does anyone trust you? What I think happened, and even though his manager was told the board wouldn't give us approval to give away more future trade assets, I just think they fell out of love with him. You remember when a player misses 6 or 8 games and he's a nice player, and all of a sudden people say, "Oh mate, they'd be flying if it wasn't for him out of that team." They become David Dench if they're a modest fullback. I think actually when we saw him as a player who was lightly raced, we thought, oh, mate, this guy's going to be anything. And then we saw him across those, I think, 12 of the last 13 games. Yeah, he was modest. He wasn't able to play in the key position backs. He got ragdolled by the likes of Jai Farah a couple of times in a game against Gold Coast. I think the more we saw him, probably St Kilda thought this is not the player that we thought he would develop into. So the good news is North Melbourne is at least kicking his tyres. They haven't committed to him yet, but they still, let's face it, North Melbourne needs players. North Melbourne needs to bring in players who, especially as key position defenders. So I'd love it if the happy ending was he got to North Melbourne. But even if that's the case, he's not getting $750,000 times 4 like he was from St Kilda. So at the very minimum, he might find a new home, but he's going to lose about $1.5 million, which even for Rowey's salary is something that's...
Whoa, easy.
Wouldn't take a pay cut for anyone. Hey, there was a lot of talk about the long-term contracts, and it's floating around now, and some of them may be coming a bit unstuck. Now, I had it presented to me, a good friend of the show, JD, said, what about Cozzy Pickett? Here's a great example. He signed until 2034, but when he did, he didn't think they weren't going to have Petrarca, they weren't going to have Oliver, they weren't going to have Stephen May. How does it put a bloke like that in that scenario now? Say Melbourne finished bottom 4. What's he thinking about his long-term deal?
He's probably a bit grumpy, isn't he? But the only thing I would say is that his manager, Anthony Vanderwielen, would have done the list analysis stuff with him. He would have seen what happened last year where, Clayton and Christian were nearly traded and then that was aborted. So, some of the list managers, or rather player managers, say to me, we do all that stuff. We tell them, you want to get locked in, you want that security, well, it's going to come with some downside as well. Spoke to Brody Mychek today, who signed a 2-year deal with the Demons, and he said, What they said to me was that, we might trade some senior players, but we're going to bring some young midfielders in there who are genuinely exciting. And so, the likes of Harvey Langford, who could have won the Rising Star, Xavier Lindsay, who's just a silky disposer of the ball. So if I was Stephen King, I'd say, hey, Cozzy, mate, this midfield is yours. You don't have to play that high half-forward role where you're in between, the ball gets kicked over your head. You be Dustin Martin for us, where you take every centre bounce and then you go forward and kick goals as well. So I think you're right. I think some players would truly feel trapped, and I think that no doubt Charlie Curnow feels that, and maybe others like Zach Merritt. But I think in the case of Cozzy Pickett, I think it's more of an opportunity than a downside.
Ralphie, just yes or no's. Petrarca get the Suns?
Yes.
Jamara Ugle-Hagan to the Suns?
Yeah, might be as little as $200,000 a year too on a base deal there, with some incentives down from $800,000 next year. Sorry, that's not a yes or no.
Okay, that's okay. Merritt to Hawthorn?
No. I think I was going to say hard no. No, I don't think he gets there.
No, I don't either. And anyone want Ivan Soldo?
Ivan.
Well, I saw that he was linked to St Kilda. I reported that last year, and you know what happened? St Kilda pulled out of the deal. If I was Ivan, having been shafted by St Kilda 12 months ago, maybe maybe after a busted up medical, maybe after a failed medical, I wouldn't be marching into Moorabbin with any degree of confidence they're going to go for me again.
Yeah, well, he don't want to be at Port so he can tell his story walking. Ralphie, well done.
Cheers, boys. Thanks for the late entry there. I was just had the phone on silent after wandering off trading day. And the positive is, if you like trading day, we'll show it about 58 times on Foxtel over the next 24 hours. So get on board.
I'll email you the intro. Done. It was a beauty.
Well done.
Thanks, Ralphie. Good stuff. Harvey Norman Clearance Centre, cooking appliances, washing machines, dishwashers, TVs and more, all at 919 Marion Road, Marion.
Yeah, and we've got our best 1-2 sporting combinations. Love some of these coming through. So imagine a really great star with a really good little sidekick that just make each other look really great.
Sometimes they're even better than that.
They are. Isaac Humphries and Bryce Cotton are certainly looming as that. And the other thing is, coming up after the break, we're going to reveal our next 5AA Golf Day winner.
Ooh.
Now, this is the last one. Is it? Close to. I think it is. So you've got to be by your phone.
Oh, get ready.
Because when you hear ring, ring, the next voice you'll hear is Timmy G.
It's going to be perfect. 25 degrees.
It will be superb. We'll do all that after the break.
Afternoon at Glandore, got a crash South Road near Crossroad causing a few delays. Got a couple of things to look out for at Wingfoot. One's an oil spill, Hanson Road near the Port Expressway, and a crash Grand Junction Road near Davis Street. And South Plimpton Road closures in place after 9 tonight. That's on Marion Road between Anzac Highway and Crossroad for level crossing works. They're lifting part of that dirty great overpass into place. That's through till 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Camera, West Beach Road, West Beach. Do you or someone you care for need complex mental health support? Sane can help. Choose from a range of free digital and telehealth support services. Visit sane.org today. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
She's inspired millions around the world, and now Oprah Winfrey returns to Australia in a brand new live event, Oprah in Conversation. This global trailblazer and cultural powerhouse will share her powerful story of resilient success and the life lessons that shaped her extraordinary journey. Don't miss Oprah, live at the Adelaide Entertainment Centre, Saturday, December 6. Tickets on sale now at Ticketek, or for your chance to be there, keep listening to 5AA.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. There's a lot to like about Mawson Lakes Mazda. They'll take care of you with next day servicing, complimentary loan car, vacuum and wash. And your breakfast or lunch is on them. Your car gets the love too with their state-of-the-art service centre, brimming with top-trained mechanics. At Mawson Lakes Mazda, they'll look after your car and look after you. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here on 7 News. And Adelaide toddler's late-night escape, how he gave his parents the slip. A dog-napping teacher learns her fate. Live Golf's new Adelaide home locked in. And Port swings a surprise 3-team trade.
Now, I've been doing a bit of cleaning up since I got back from the holiday, Rowey, and I was out the back and I was cleaning up and I found 2 massive Rusden boxes. Yeah. You know when they box them up? Because I got a couple of magnums of the black guts.
Oh, what year?
2018.
Doesn't matter. They're all good.
That's a very good point. Now, we're talking about Rusdens because we've both been up there. We love what we see. We love what we taste. And we're encouraging others to do the same.
Well, exactly. It's a great drive, number one, because it's a beautiful region. They're in Vinevale, just out at Tanunda, and it's called Rusden Wines. The family boasts 7 generations of grape growing experience. The dirt is immaculate. The grapes are over 100 years old, well, the vines. And the winemaker's name is Christian Canute, and he is a legend. He'll hate us saying that. Undersell me because he over-delivers with his wine.
And he's very humble with it. No doubt about that.
And so giving when you go to the winery. They really look after you.
And you get in that cellar door and you just experience the tasting, and that in itself is just amazing. But then you just soak up the atmosphere of the peaceful environment you're in.
Well, his little cottage there is over 100 years old.
Correct.
And the winery is magnificent.
And that barrel room.
And the barrel room. Get him to go to the barrel room. When they do a wine tasting there, they don't get their head down on a 45 and pour it. They just go, look. Hey, Turbo, we've got a couple more wineries to go.
Easy.
Can you pump the brakes?
Yeah, look, do yourself a favour. Get to that cellar door and do what we've done for time and time again.
Love it.
Make your next red a Rusden. Check out rusdenwines.com.au.
Who wants to go on a holiday? Dreaming of your next getaway? With Travel Auctions, the choice is yours. From powered sites for caravanners to holiday cabins, relaxing cruises and hotel escapes, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. You bid the price you want to pay. With Travel Auctions, it's as simple as placing a bid, and if you are successful, hello holiday. Travelauctions.com.au or call 1300 656573. No hidden fees, just great deals.
Our nurses and midwives are at breaking point. Every day we help South Australians through their most vulnerable moments. But right now we're being pushed to the limit with feelings of burnout, fatigue and being undervalued. Respectful wages and safe working conditions are about valuing us and also ensuring there are enough nurses and midwives to provide the care you deserve. Support those who care for you. Visit respectnursesandmidwives.com. Authorised by Elizabeth DeBars, ANMFSA, Ridleyton, South Australia.
When life hits the fan, clean it up with a new Cashies loan. Get up to $5,000. Redraw whenever you need without reapplying. Plus, there's no upfront fees, no monthly account keeping fees, and no shouldn't be a fee fees. New Cashies loan. Be more life-proof. Apply in-store or at cashconverters.com.au.
T's and C's credit checks, fees and charges apply. See website for TMDs. Australian Credit Licence 391436.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It certainly is. Taking your calls, 8223 0000. Great sporting combinations. The Woodies have been getting mentions everywhere. They were a great combination, of course. Thank you from Jamie at Heathcote. amongst others that flew it along there, and keep those coming. Oh, also Muhammad Ali and Angelo Dundee, which was his trainer. Yeah, so thanks, Ian. That was a good combo as well. Too. What will be a great combo will be your team in the FIVEAA Golf Day when it returns next Friday, thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel. It'll be awesome. It's at the Glenelg Golf Club. David and Will will be down there broadcasting. We'll give them the rev up, Rowey, and then they'll shoot off at 8 o'clock and tee off. Now, we've been saying all week, give us a call, get involved, register and the like. So we've got our winners lined up now.
Look, we have. Let's go to Brompton. Hello, Ben.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Now, when did you qualify in our shortlist?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think I put my name down last week.
Good man.
Yeah.
And you're a golfer?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, love it. Yeah.
What do you play off?
Oh, 7-ish at the moment.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Oh, stop it.
That's good.
So answer this. This is very important, Ben. Are you more a naga or are you more a burglar?
I don't know. What's Ambrose? Yeah, I could probably hit a couple of good drives and then a couple of wayward ones. So, yeah, not sure where I fit.
Well, that'll do. You're in. Well done, mate. You'll love it. Have you ever played at Royal Glenelg?
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, no, it's a great course.
Isn't it? Isn't it ever? Well, mate, you're in. So it's golf, it's the Titleist hat, it's on-court food and beverage.
Lunch after.
We have a lunch after. We've got some guest speakers. I think you're one of them, Timmy.
Yeah, am I? Good.
Well, I guess so. Ben, you'll love it. Thanks for entering, mate.
Brilliant. Thanks, guys.
Well done.
You'll have a great day, mate. Well played.
And thanks to Phil Hoffman Travel. God, they do some great stuff, creating moments you'll never forget, as probably Ben will do on the golf course at Glenelg.
Correct.
Visit pht.com.au for hundreds of exclusive deals.
Well done.
And that big expo's coming up. Don't forget to register for that as well.
Spot on.
Hello there, Craig at Gawler.
Hey, fellas. Just when I heard Timmy G talking about Talladega Nights, and I just thought about Rocky and his trainer, Mickey. You know, he wouldn't have gone anywhere without him.
Spot on. You're dead right. He made him chase the chicken in that first one.
Yeah.
And he
punched the lamb.
And when he started dating Adrian, he said, "What are you doing, Rock? Women weaken legs, Rock." Love that show. Well done, Craig. You're in the running.
That
You're in
is.
the running for the Russell's Black Guts Shiraz. Like that one.
And it's on the back of Isaac Humphries and Bryce Cotton, really developing and firming a real 1-2 combination. So what's the best 1-2 sporting combinations? We still have that bottle of Rusden Black Guts to give away, so keep the calls coming in. Let's go all the way to Richmond. Hello there, Mark.
G'day, Roy. G'day, Timmy.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, I've got a couple for you.
Yeah? Fire away.
Are you sitting down?
Yes, we have to.
Oh, look, you know what? What about we put both of you into it, Rowey and Timmy?
Yeah, the old 1-2 combo.
We've got a way to go, but anyway.
Yeah, we're in our infancy. David and Will, 10 years. Outstanding, really, isn't it? I think the anniversary was actually today.
Was it?
That they first did their show together.
10 years. Where has that gone?
Yeah, that's a combo I think that it keeps going.
Well, Mark, flattery will get you everywhere.
Yeah,
You've
you're
just
in the
gone
running.
to the... We don't give them away willy-nilly. We'll take a break and be back with your calls. 8223 0000.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
We've got one of these beautiful Peter Drew Aussie posters on our wall at the shop.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
What's happened? In the last couple of days, it was tagged with that neo-Nazi slogan across it.
I've always liked those posters. Clearly, the person who's done this is just a racist idiot.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
I've got so much support from it, and it's actually brought more people together than anything.
5AA Breakfast.
Patent swastikas. There's no good explanation for that.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Good afternoon, I'm Kendall Brettig. A 6-year-old girl has died in hospital following a 2-car crash at Virginia on Sunday. Live Golf will move to Kooyonga in 2027 after its final year at Grange. Relatives of those killed in the Bali bombings will attend memorials this weekend. And Port Adelaide is set to gain Carlton small forward Corey Durden as part of a 3-club trade. Now checking 5AA traffic.
At Glandor, a crash South Road on top of the Crossroad overpass. 3 cars involved out on. Seltman's quite the mess. West Croydon, a crash getting cleaned up. Torrens Road near Days Road. And South Plimpton Road closures in place after 9 tonight. Marion Road between Anzac Highway and Cross Road. That's for level crossing works. Got a camera up, Press Road, Brooklyn Park. Afterpay is now accepted at Ampol Foodery, FIVEAA Tank and tap to pay in for interest-free payments. T's and C's apply. Running credit licence 527911. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Mostly clear tonight and a shower or two tomorrow, a high of 20. At the moment, 19. More news at 6 o'clock on 5AA, always Adelaide.
SA's biggest cover-up is about to be uncovered. Who's at the centre of it? Walco, of course. Summer is on its way. Time to think about waking up your sleepy pool and getting set for good times. Beat the rush now and organise your Walco pool blanket. It'll keep your pool clean and warm all summer. Plus, stop evaporation. Uncover the savings now with a Walco pool blanket. Visit walco.com.au today.
Don't miss the Built Here, Backed Here RV Expo, Friday 11th and Saturday 12th of October at 130 West Beach Road, West Beach. See South Australia's leading dealerships, Cameron Caravans, Adelaide RV, JB Caravans Adelaide, Great Southern RV, Offline Campers, and Jayco Adelaide proudly showcasing over 13 Australian-made RVs from the nation's best manufacturers. Check out displays from G'day Parks, ARB and more. Visit the Cooper's Camp Kitchen and celebrate what it means to be built here, backed here. October 11th and 12th. Visit australiancaravans.com.au.
You don't have to be a curator to find artworks you can't get anywhere else in the world. Just visit Art by Farquhar. They're proud to host unique Indigenous artworks in their gallery and even prouder sending these artworks home to be admired for years to come. All pieces at Art by Farquhar are ethically sourced, directly supporting Indigenous artists and communities. Visit the incredible range at 1070 South Road, Edwardstown. Art by Farquhar, a family company specialising in Indigenous art.
They say one of life's biggest decisions is buying a home. But sometimes the hardest one is leaving it. At Anglicare SA, we're here to help you stay where you belong, at home. We offer support for everyday things like cleaning, gardening, cooking, but are also experts in care management, allied health, and clinical nursing. Because we believe there's no place like home. Let us help you stay where your heart is. Find out more at Anglicare SA. You are at home.
Some things need an emergency department, but if you're umming and ahhing on what to do, it might be more of an emergency. If you're unwell and unsure what to do, call Health Direct on 1800 022 222 and a registered nurse will help you find the best care for you. A message from the Government of South Australia.
Hi, I'm Steve Wormald from Walco Liners and Covers out at Paraka. We're a manufacturing business. Well, I think, someone my size in business, you probably think not to advertise or don't advertise, which is about the worst thing you can do. If you're starting up or if you need more work, you've got to get out there and advertise some way. Radio, it's a very personal, intimate conversation you can have. If you throw it over to the AA creative team to structure ad, you'll get suggestions when to run it, how to run it, and it's surprisingly affordable. It's not what you think it probably is.
To get your message out there and grow your business, visit 5AA.com.au and hit the Advertise With Us link for more information.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
I was saying to him, I know where to be because I've guarded you for so many years. I know how to, I've guarded you in pick and roll actions for so long. I know on the flip side exactly where to be offensively. And he said, well, just as much as you've guarded me and played against me, I've played against you for that amount of time as well, so I know where you're going to be as well. And we just had that connection from playing against each other in a weird way, and now we get to find that synergy together, and it's very exciting.
Well, it's a 1-2 combo. It's been the topic of our whole show. That was Isaac Humphries, and that's his little wingman in Bryce Cotton. I don't know who wings who, but there's a fair bit of basketball being played.
Some great passing going on.
36ers, well, they've started their season 3-love after a 98-89 win over Tassie last night. They've got a big game coming up Saturday. I will be there. Adelaide 36ers GM of basketball is Matt Weston. He joins us now. Matt, welcome.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Our best start to an NBL season for 25 years, Matt.
Yeah, it's a bit probably surreal. You know, we've been looking at it in a granular way, not only just game by game, but quarter by quarter. And so we've got, a real focus on what it is. But when you sort of say that, it has been a really good start for us.
Good, and how's Isaac playing with Bryce? We've known the star that Bryce is, and Isaac's always had it. On the back of last year with his pick and roll and the way he's playing now, God, how they a combination at the moment.
Yeah, no, Ice is an elite roller at the rim. He's a deep roller. And Bryce is Bryce Cotton. We've only ever seen one of Bryce, in this country. And he's just getting better and better each game. He's playing probably the best basketball I've seen Ice play. And him and Bryce are only going to get better as this goes along. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, Matt, what I saw last night, I was pretty inspired. It's such a short time, and I speak to the coach all the time about this, being able to get that roster together, and sometimes it's a little bit late when you're trying to get some of those key names in to put together the combinations that they've been able to do on the court so far has been very impressive.
Yeah, it has. And, I was talking to Matty Kenyon today, and he was like, the exciting thing is, we've still got so much more improvement, positive improvement about, we get to learn about each other a bit more and just those intricacies.
Yeah.
So when you consider the level we're playing at now, and we can sit there and say, oh, no, we'll get better. And that's where you want to be in October. You don't want to be, everything going well. You want to be able to work in and start to get challenged. And last night was a big challenge for us because they're an elite team. So, to be able to come up and do and hold our own and really be able to forge forward was really good for us.
I did feel that they weren't going anywhere. They kept coming back at you and back at you, and I just admired the contest as such. But the ability to just keep your nose in front was the impressive thing.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was never really worried about losing the game. No. Even when it got to 2 points, I just knew that we could probably go another gear. And they're always going to come back. They're a great team, really well coached, and they're going to come at you. But I think the difference to us this year compared to last year is just that level of maturity and the way the guys that can actually communicate to each other in a respectful team way and actually lean on each other to say, let's get through this together, not sort of capitulate and everyone try and win it on their own. So I was pretty comfortable there. I know it might sound silly when it was like 67, 65 at one stage, but I knew that Bryce would do his things and then everyone else would do what they're best at doing.
I love Zylan Cheaton. He just goes about his job. He's great in defence. How's DJ combination with Bryce Cotton going? He was our man last year, wasn't he? And he's not quite our man this year. How's DJ?
Yeah, he's probably the one that's just trying to fit in. Okay, where do I insert? When don't I? And that's just going to be a time thing as they get along. We've got patience with it. So does DJ. DJ's all about winning. It doesn't worry him if he scores 2 points or 30 points. As long as he wins, he's happy. And Bryce has the respect of everyone in the league, of, hey, Bryce, this is your show. What are we got to do? And I think he's getting that now and where he can get his spots and what he can do. So I think, give it a few more games and he'll get into that. But it's no real concern, and DJ's a pro. So we feel pretty good about it all.
Yeah, well done. Well, we're 3 from 3. Big one tomorrow night. Sold out going there. Sydney Kings Saturday. And we're going to give Kendrick Davis the welcome he deserves. Boo! Manny, I'm a booer. Boo!
Things happen for a reason, though, Matt, don't they?
They do.
Yeah. Look, I'm really happy where we're at, where our group is at, the way we've been able to. All 3 wins that we've had have been very different for different reasons, which is good. The Kings are, they're a deep team. They've got a lot of talent. They're trying to work out a few things themselves because it's early. And I think if we can come in and do what we do best, I think, we'll be, the best foot forward, and I think we'll be all right. And with the sellout, that's going to give us a lift. And I know that, Yeah, some Adelaide people aren't happy with some things, but I know that the Adelaide people are, I'm feeling that they're proud about our team, and that's the most important thing about how our guys go about their business.
100%.
I hadn't seen a lot of Flynn Cameron, but what I have seen so far, I like the way he goes about it.
Yeah, no, Flynn's a really good pickup. He was really probably our first sort of signing, through the free agency that, we chased, and he's got a really big future in front of him. We've got him at a great time. He was at Melbourne United, so he's been under Dean Vickerman. He comes from a rich basketball family. I coached against his dad.
Right.
And so he's a really, really good guy. And but I would say, sort of the next sort of 16, 17, 18 months that he's going to have the ability to be, second team All-NBL. That's what he's got in him. So very exciting period for us, not only like right now and 3-0, but where we're going to be in the next, few years. I reckon we've got 5 good years of a platform we're building.
Wow. Montrez Harrell, if you give us an update with that and what's happening with your final import spot.
Yeah, the Montrez situation's unfortunate. Obviously, it's in the hands of WADA, and I don't get really much information out of that, because it was something that happened in China. The other import spot, we'll keep that up our sleeve and see what happens. We're really happy with the guys at the moment, and we also want to, get around and try and play everyone and see what it might be that we need to help. Nick, that's come in, and he came in last week. He's going to be really good for us. We're looking forward to him to getting his legs underneath him and what he's going to be able to help us do. And I think patience is the key here, because I'm really, sort of proud and happy with the team I've got together right now.
Well, you have. It's a total team effort. You get the supporter grant up there in the office. You got yourself as GM of basketball, a great coach there, Mike Wells, and a terrific team led by Bryce Cotton. It's an exciting time. Saturday night, Sydney. It's sold out. And get your tickets. You can still get membership. You've got to get your tickets and get in early. Otherwise, you miss out and you'll be disappointed. Hey, Matt, thanks as always for your time.
Thanks, guys. Have a good afternoon.
Thanks, Matt.
Well done, Matt Weston there, Adelaide 36's GM of basketball. It's not all about Bryce Cotton, but isn't it great when you've got an absolute superstar?
Oh, I've watched the games, and I can see why this bloke has dominated the competition.
But the beauty about him is he's made other people great. Like Isaac Humphries is playing out of his skin.
And he's more than happy to share that
100%.
around.
And then DJ's the other one. He's our skipper doing the same, co-captains. On the back of that, Humphries and Bryce Cotton, a good 1-2 combination or punch. What's the best 1-2 sporting combination that you have seen? Courtmarsh Bold Lily's pretty damn good. Try and beat that one. 8223 0000.
Afternoon. Delays clearing from an earlier crash in South Road on top of the Crossroad overpass. 3 cars are involved there, so that was quite the mess. West Croydon, smash getting sorted out at Torrens Road near Dagues Road, and South Plimpton got road closures in place after 9 tonight. It's on Marion Road between Anzac Highway and Crossroad for level crossing works through to 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. Come and look out from the drive home, West Beach Road at West Beach. Notice someone with a blue now? They're not just making a statement, they're taking a stand. Donate at polishedman.com and help end violence into women and children. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
The Phil Hoffman Travel Expo is back, Sunday, October 26th. It's the biggest and best travel event in Adelaide, hosted by Adelaide, with over 60 worldwide tour operators, cruise lines, airlines and travel experts. Enjoy inspiring travel talks, early bird discounts, one-day-only deals, booking bonuses, including a glass of bubbles, plus win one of 5 incredible holiday prizes. The Phil Hoffman Travel Expo, Sunday, October 26th, Adelaide Convention Centre. Entry is free. Register at pht.com.au.
A pedicure should feel good, and at Medi-Pedi it does from the ground up. Medi-Pedi combines the indulgent touch of beauty therapy with the trusted skills of podiatry, creating Adelaide's first medical pedicure. It's a treatment like no other. Your feet expertly cared for by a podiatrist, then pampered by one of Medi-Pedi's trained beauty therapists. Because looking after yourself should feel exquisite right down to your toes. With 4 Adelaide locations, book now at medipediclinics.com.au. Medi-Pedi, feel good from the ground up. Cup.
At Holistic Care SA, we're focused on capacity building, not just care. We help people with disability gain the support, skills and confidence for independent living. Whether it's creating a resume, catching a bus to the footy, or learning to cook independently in your home or in one of ours, Holistic Care SA makes those milestones happen. For a friendly chat about supported independent living, visit holisticcaresa.com.au, because everyone deserves the chance to become who they're meant to be.
If you need a window, and not just anything will do, just call Statesman Windows. Factory direct to you.
Statesman Windows, a local homegrown success story, has been serving home renovators and builders right across SA for over 45 years. Their success is built around family and service, consistently providing the highest quality products at real value for money. Call Statesman Windows.
Windows winning where you want them. Windows winning where you want them.
Up to 25% off Windows 11 computers, now at Harvey Norman. All the big brands, all the latest models, all at the best prices. Acer, HP, Lenovo, Asus, MSI and Microsoft Surface. Up to 25% off Windows 11 laptops with prices starting from just $328. Up to 25% off Windows 11 all-in-one and desktop computers. Upgrade to the latest and greatest now. Harvey Norman, best brands, best range, and up to 25% off. Limited time, exclusions apply.
Hi, it's Wayne from Wayne Phillips Kia. Did you know that we're not only SA's most awarded Kia dealership, but we're the experts in novated leasing and salary sacrificing. So we take care of everything all under the one roof. So not only do you save thousands on a new Kia EV, but you can lower your tax and running costs. Right now, we're packaging up exclusive bonus offers just for EV buyers. Drive smarter, save smarter, and make the switch to electric today with Wayne Phillips Kia. Visit us at South Road, Ranella, or at waynephillipskia.com.au.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
It certainly is getting you home, and going to get you home with some great tips in a moment, Rowey and Timmy G. But keep those sporting combos coming together. We've had a few jockey/horses as well, which isn't a bad combination.
Good.
Horse trainer and jockey sometimes goes together well as well. Yeah, so...
Race caller and...
Ah, yes, and Morphettville, probably this man, and with the Murray Bridge Cup coming up tomorrow. Racing.com's Terry McAuliffe.
Timmy and Terry's tips.
Did you miss me, Tez?
I did, and I've needed your support because it's been very dry, my selections in recent weeks, finding winners.
I got to say,
Come on, bounce back,
I was sort of half listening in when I was over there, and you can't have a bet on Adelaide when you're in Rome, so I didn't lose any money. But you're at Morphy's tonight. We got some racing tonight, have we not?
Yeah, we've got a twilight meeting here, so we had the first race at 2:45. We're about to have race 5 run, so we're getting through the program.
Beautiful, and Murray Bridge Cup tomorrow, so full day racing, 9 races.
Yeah, it should be a good day. And the Cup, look, it's a little light on numbers. I only actually had 12 horses except for the race, which is quite light. And there's already been 3 scratchings as well, Savon Ice, the Pendragon and Cavity Bay. So we're down to a field of 9 for the Cup tomorrow, which is a little disappointing, but it's still going to be a good race.
All right. So who have you put at the top of that list?
All right. Well, John and I both agree in the 2-year-old race, the first 2-year-old race in South Australia being run tomorrow, the Murundi Classic, that number 5 Inhabit will be extremely hard to beat, trained by Michael Hickmott there at Murray Bridge and won a trial there on the home track recently by a big margin. So we're expecting it to be very hard to beat. Race 2, number 5. In the Cup, I'm going with number 7, Pudding. He hasn't won for a long time, but he's racing well. He's been runner-up at his last 3 starts. John's tipping the favourite, number 5, What a Deal, which is trained by Philip Stokes. And he's actually tipped Philip Stokes to win races 5, 6, 7 and 8 tomorrow.
Wow.
So if you want to follow a stable, it might be the Stokes yard to follow. He likes race 5, number 6, Miss Ludi. Race 6, number 11, Capital X. Race 7, number 8, Falangina. And like I said, in the Cup, he's going with number 5, What a Deal. So they had a terrific season last year, and they're going great guns once again here in South Australia this season. Of course, Philip these days based at Pakenham in Victoria, but still got his big satellite stable here at Morphettville.
He's got a get one of those right, surely. I'm challenging him in race 7 with an each way, race 7, number 4, Threatening.
Yeah, well, that's what I've tipped as well.
there
only
you
had one run here in SA, and it got the money. It was at Murray Bridge. I thought it was impressive. It's going up to 1,400 metres tomorrow, but the way it finished off last start, I don't see that being a problem. So, yeah, I'm with you, Timmy. I like Threatening in race 7 against John's Ballangina.
I'm going to have that trifecta with What a Deal and Pudding. I'm going to go for number 9, though, Cartoon Graveyard, because I love the song You Can Call Me Al by Paul Simon, which has that line in it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, former Tasmanian galloper. It's only had 2 runs here in SA and 1 run under the care of Will Clark. And so Kayla Crowther rides, and Will and Kayla have won a Murray Bridge Cup together previously. So it's there with a great chance. It's actually second favourite in the market.
And, of course, Spring Carnival, Caulfield, the Guineas is on tomorrow. There's a lot of good horses in that. That's a hard one to pick.
Yeah, the Caulfield Guineas and also the Toorak. So they're the 2 big Group 1s tomorrow. And we hope the 2 SA horses maybe can defy their odds and run well in the Scalacci. We've got Q-Man lining up there with Sir Sway, but they're both going to be the 2 outsiders there in the Scalacci Stakes tomorrow. But that is a super program at Caulfield. You're right, Tim.
Yeah, not wrong. And, of course, Sydney just they just try to upset the Spring Carnival, don't they, and put on... Yeah. When's the Everest? Is that next week?
Yeah, it is next week, Caulfield Cup Day. So head-to-head for the Caulfield Cup. Yeah, Peter Volandis, he's been great for the NRL, and he's certainly been great for racing in New South Wales as well.
Captain Disruptor. Well done, Taz.
All the best tonight, mate.
Yeah, they're about to jump here at Morphettville, so you've timed it well to get me out. Thanks, Rowey. See ya.
That is Terry McAuliffe, racing.com, and always gamble responsibly.
Yeah, 1-2 sporting combination. There's another one here for Maria for me. Stephen Rowe and Light and Easy.
Come on.
He must sit at home.
Peppering you.
Wolfing down the Rusden Blackguts and think about things to...
We better give Connor a mention. He's keen on Canada playing Australia, the Socceroos.
Yep.
It's a friendly tomorrow morning. Now, you can't watch it on free to air.
But that is a disgrace. I'm with Connor on that.
Look, we've had that explained to us a few times.
When they're friendlies. That's right.
When they're away, they don't do it on free to air.
That's it.
It's on Paramount Plus. When they're home, they always cover it on 10 and 10 Bold.
I hope that helps you, Con, but I'm with you. I love watching my Socceroos. Let's go to Woodville. Hello, Bernie.
Suffering the suck attack, boys. Sitting on the sidelines there, listening to the horses, reminded me of Johnny Tat.
Yeah.
Every horse had an S in its name.
Too many S's in their name.
That is true.
Yeah. Bernie from Woodville, but going through a name change, boys, it's now Gould Gav.
All righty. Go for it.
Down to Gould, mate. Hey, take you back a little bit. Might know this one. Bold T. Geneva, Court D. Cook.
Cooking. Yes.
That was the old under-13s, I think, at the old Woody Heights, I think.
Must be the one weekend I got that year.
Brad Barrow texts me.
Yeah.
Brad Barrow and Tim Geneva. Did you play with him at...
We did.
You did
at Semaphore Park. Semaphore Park, under 12s. Yeah. He was a good ruckman.
Love Brad. Nah, well done, Bernie.
What do you
got
got for us? What do you got for us?
All serious, I've got another 2. Just quick one. KG Cunningham and D. Hooks.
Oh, Hooksy.
Yeah,
great.
They started it, yep.
Yeah.
But the one I really rang in about was Sir Vivian Richards and a bloke called Stuart Surrey.
That's
the
good.
SS.
The SS
yeah,
bat.
how good was that? And they were a good combo. Hard to beat.
Bernie, that is clever. You're in the running for that Rusden Blackguts. Hello, Steve.
G'day, lads. How we doing?
Excellent.
Good.
What do you got for us? Combo.
Excellent, mate. I might have got the topic mixed up. I don't know if you said sporting conversations or sporting combinations.
Oh, so yes.
I've gone with that, and Costello, who's on first.
Look at that. You know what, Steve, kick back. Here's a bit of it here.
On the St. Louis team, we have who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
That's what I want to find out. I want you to tell me the names of the fellas on the St. Louis team.
I'm telling you, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know's on third.
Do you know the fellas' names?
Yes.
Well, then who's playing first?
Yes.
I mean the fellow's name on first base.
Who?
The fellow playing first base for St. Louis.
Who?
The guy on first base.
Who is on first?
Well, what are you asking me for?
I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, who is on first?
I'm asking you who's on first.
That's the man's name.
That's whose name?
Yes.
Well, go ahead and tell me.
Who?
The guy on first.
Who?
The first base.
Who is on first?
Have you got a first baseman on first?
Certainly.
Then who's playing first?
Absolutely.
Steve, you're on the winner's circle because that is comic gold.
Genius.
Nothing better.
One of the best skits ever.
I love it.
Thanks for playing it. I loved it.
Well done,
Good on you, Steve.
Great
You're in
call,
the
mate.
running. Who?
Oh, classic. Let's go
I'm
to
not
Grange.
asking you. Who's on first?
Hello, Vinny. Who you got, mate?
Vinny.
Hello, lads. Hey, I'm enjoying the show tonight. It's funny. I was going to say, how about the Cracker Brothers when they used to kick to each other? I mean, one didn't even look, but he kicked it, but he knew where his brother was.
Yeah.
He never looked.
Jimmy
That's what
so
told me about
true.
those two.
They used to look away handball as well.
Do you reckon one was
Yeah.
better than the other?
No, they were different.
Yeah.
They were different. I reckon Jimmy may be a bit harder.
Yes.
And Phil probably
Phil's
a bit classier.
More, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very, very well done. Hey, Vinny, you're right. The Cracker Brothers, 1 and 2 sporting combinations. Wow.
Yeah, not wrong. Ascot Park. G'day, Daryl.
G'day, guys. How are you?
Excellent. You got a 1-2?
Yeah. Muhammad Ali
Yeah. On his
had
own?
the best 1-2 in the industry.
So a 1-2 is a left jab and a right hook. Is that what a 1-2 is?
That's what a 1-2 is. Actually, Timmy, show him what it is. Demonstrate.
Hey, Turbo. So a left jab and a right hook.
Yeah. Well, you can go to the body and then up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot of 1-2 combos,
there's
isn't
a
there?
lot,
Under the chin, then bop straight on the nose.
That's a nasty one.
Yeah, that's a nasty one.
Good call, Daryl.
Good
Love
on
that.
you, Daryl. Muhammad Ali. No matter what topic we do, Muhammad
comes
Ali's name comes up.
Yeah.
Who's that rooster that fell over with the skates and ran over the top of them? Bradbury. His name comes up.
We got through nearly a whole show.
Well, he's got 2 skates.
Nearly a whole show without him.
He's got his inner
And you
skate. He's
had
out
to do
of
it.
skate. Oh, we've had some fun. Keep the calls coming in. We've got a big last hour to come as well. No question about that. Australian beach volleyballer is on because that's coming up very closely.
The world champs.
The world champs. We've got some of the best world, beach
Players in the
volleyballers
world.
in the absolute world coming up. So that's that. And the 1-2 sporting combination. And most importantly, your calls. 822 300 00.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
KFC's new $4.95 sweet Tokyo fill-up. Hot and crispy, drizzled with sweet teriyaki, sprinkled with sesame seeds, plus all your other faves. Kind of sweet, kind of not. Like being told, your face is so unique. Rude. KFC, FLG. Not everywhere, not forever. Pick up only until 4 p.m.
Looking for flexible employment? A career change? Or maybe you've just finished school and are ready to step into the workforce? Good news! WorkZone currently has casual positions available with an immediate start for qualified candidates. You'll receive on-the-job training. Plus, at WorkZone, we pride ourselves on promoting staff development, allowing you to progress in your career. What are you waiting for? Apply now. Submit your resume via the careers link at workzone.net.au.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Here's who you can support around Adelaide. Anderson Solicitors have been supporting South Australians with legal expertise and advice for over 50 years. Anderson Solicitors, help when you need it. Love History on Wheels? The RAA Bay to Birdwood is back, Sunday, October 19, all thanks to RAA. It's better to be a member. 5AA, supporting local business.
Fuel cards, receipts. Why does managing a fleet feel like I'm building flat pack furniture? Without the instructions. Don't ask why, ask Wex. Wex Motor Pass is the one card that works for everything. No fuss, no piles of paperwork. Just streamlined fuel management across Australia. Finally, a fix that doesn't need an Allen key. Search Wex Motor Pass. Terms and conditions apply.
A new elevated shopping experience awaits at Burnside Village. With a 2-story Mecca flagship store, Coco Republic, JB Hi-Fi, Uniqlo, Style Runner, Kavari, July and much more. Burnside Village. Fashion, dining, lifestyle. BurnsideVillage.com.au.
I'm dreaming of a laundry I actually want to be in. Is that even possible?
It absolutely is with Use It, Adelaide's custom laundry experts.
Well, they did build my nana's laundry back in the 70s, and it still runs beautifully.
Exactly. Since 1978, Use It has crafted laundries that balance function and style. To bring your laundry to life, visit Use It at 54 The Parade, Norwood, or online at useit.com.au.
It's not the space.
It's the way you use it.
Each week on the 5AA Sports Show, Rowey and Timmy G track down the sporting greats of years gone by. With 5AA's Where Are They Now? Thanks to Walco. A Walco pool blanket will keep your water clean, warm and prevent evaporation. Walco.com.au.
The very latest news and information. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Mostly clear tonight and a shower or two tomorrow, a high of 20. With the 6 o'clock news, I'm Kendall Brettig. A 6-year-old girl has lost her fight for life after a shocking crash at Virginia on Sunday. She was a passenger in a van which collided with a ute at the intersection of King Road and Penfield Road. The girl's death is the 69th life lost on SA roads this year. The driver of the van, a 42-year-old woman, and 2 other children were taken to hospital with minor injuries. Both the occupants of the ute, a 37-year-old man and a 4-year-old girl, also suffered minor injuries. Police are investigating after a boy was hit by a car at Mount Gambier this morning. The 8-year-old was taken to hospital with serious injuries. The driver, a 46-year-old woman, was not physically hurt. Israel has signed off on phase 1 of a peace deal, paving the way for the release of hostages in exchange for Palestinian prisoners. Fighting in Gaza is also expected to be suspended within 24 hours. The US president's confirmed he'll head to the Middle East on Sunday. Donald Trump describing the deal as a momentous breakthrough.
We secured the release of all of the remaining hostages, and they should be released on Monday or Tuesday. We're working on the timing. The exact timing. We're going to go to Egypt, where we'll have a signing.
Victorian police have searched a number of private properties in Purpunka over the past few days as they continue to look for fugitive Desi Freeman. Today's search involved an additional 33 officers. A dog napper has been spared a conviction after stealing Alfredo the dog from his Payneham yard in June. The 3-year-old Maremma was later found at Trinity Gardens after a public appeal and reunited with his family. 53-year-old teacher Bethany Hunt pleaded guilty for what her lawyer described as a momentary lapse of judgment. She's been placed on a 6-month good behaviour bond. Kooyonga has been chosen to host Live Golf in 2027. It's minutes away from the Grange Golf Club, where it'll be held for the final time next year. Kooyonga's Jeff Brennan says they're excited.
Hosting of this event will give us the opportunity to showcase our course on the international stage, and that's such a positive thing for our club. Kooyonga has a long tradition of hosting significant golf tournaments, and we've been fortunate enough in the past to have greats of the game like Jack Nicklaus, Gary Player, Kari Webb and Greg Norman plan those events and have success.
Kooyonga will only be a temporary host, with the 2028 tournament to be played at the redeveloped North Adelaide course. And the Princess of Wales has weighed into the debate about kids and screen time. Catherine has co-written an essay with a professor from Harvard on what she calls the epidemic of disconnection, which disrupts family life. She says while digital devices promise to keep us connected, they frequently do the opposite. Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Whether your block's the size of Adelaide Oval or the Gold Square, customise your build with Sterling Homes.
Brodie Kostecki in a Mustang has been the fastest qualifier for Sunday's Bathurst 1000. John Thompson's at Mount Panorama.
Despite switching from Chev to Ford, Kostecki produced the form in qualifying that he showed in taking his first Bathurst crown last year. Kostecki broke his own qualifying record with a 2-minute 4.03 and will head to tomorrow's top 10 shootout as favourite for pole. He bettered the time of Chev rival Brock Feeney by just 64 thousandths of a second, with the Mustang of Ryan Wood in third and the Chev of Anton De Pasquale in fourth. 5 Fords and 5 Chevs will contest the shootout.
To footy, Port Adelaide is set to gain Carlton's small forward Corey Durden as part of a 3-club trade, while the Crows are continuing to work through securing a deal with Brisbane for 2-time premiership player Callum Archie, but say their first-round draft pick will not be traded. The Socceroos are in action tomorrow morning when they take on Canada in a friendly in Montreal. Coach Tony Popovich says it's an important tune-up for next year's FIFA World Cup.
You're playing a host nation, so it's quite exciting for everyone. We're playing a team in very good form. When you look at their list and you see where they all play throughout the world, and you see that they're formidable.
And Sam Kerr has been named in the Matildas squad for the first time since late 2023 after overcoming a serious knee injury. The former skipper will take on Wales in Cardiff on October the 25th. Now checking 5AA traffic.
G'day there. Roads looking too bad for the run home. Busy in the usual spots, including the Southern Expressway at Majors Road or Halloran Hill. Railway Terrace pretty slow at this point, and we're still quite busy Grange Road at the Holbrooks Road intersection at Flinders Park. Cameras tonight, Cudmore Terrace, Henley Beach, and you'll find another one, Marlborough Streets at Fulham Gardens. Dan Murphy's don't match prices. They beat them. Get Maker's Mark Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey 700ml, $53 for My Dad's members. Ends Sunday. Choose a drink wise. T's and C's apply. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Get the Toyota Forklift Advantage. Visit toyotamaterialhandling.com.au.
Mostly clear tonight and a shower or two tomorrow, a high of 20. A shower or two on Sunday, 19, and partly cloudy for Monday, also 19. Then cloud clearing on Tuesday, 22. At the moment, 19. Now let's see what's happening on 9 News tonight.
Thank you. I'm Kate Collins. Tonight's headlines. Progress being made for peace. Israel signed off on a Gaza ceasefire and Hamas said it's the end of the war. Adelaide's Live Golf Tournament will move to Kooyonga in 2027. An accused Adelaide dog napper pleaded guilty to snatching Alfredo. And don't worry, you haven't missed the news. You can start over on 9 now as soon as you're home.
Streaming live via the 5AA Player app on DAB Digital Radio and on 1395 AM. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Keep listening, keep contributing. Unique homestyle food text. And also give us a call, 8223 0000. Check us out on the Peter Page Hyundai live stream as well on Facebook and YouTube. Now, Rowey, we've had a few interviews about this, but now it's getting hot. It's getting hot in here.
We're a local team.
We're about a month away from the... Well, it is the Beach Volleyball World Champions. They call it the 5B, and we've got a couple of locals who have qualified. How good's this? His name's Darty Potts. He joins us now. G'day, Darty.
Hey guys, how you going?
We're good, mate, but you excited about qualifying?
Yeah, ecstatic. I was so excited to see the results come out and see that my partner and I had been picked to compete on the world stage in front of all my friends and family.
And that's awesome. Jack Pearce with you?
He's not at the moment, sorry.
Right, but you'll be partnering up though?
Yes, he will be my partner while we play at the World Champs in November.
Now, how exciting is this to have it in your own backyard? It's going to be, at the drive, Pinky Flat. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely awesome. It must be a good feeling having it in your own backyard for a change.
Yeah, it's nice to not have to travel overseas to other countries and actually be able to have it here in Adelaide, which often gets forgotten about, I think. And, yeah, it's awesome to be able to have my parents especially come and watch, because they've supported me so much, and it's nice that they'll actually be able to sit back and not have to travel overseas to watch me play.
Yeah.
Gee, with the first name D'Artagnan, I thought you might have been into fencing. So how did you get into beach volleyball?
So my dad actually played volleyball when he was younger, and then my older sisters also played volleyball, and then I played volleyball, and I went to Heathfield in the Hills, so a big volleyball school. And, when I graduated, I just got picked up by the Australian Beach Program and have just been part of it ever since.
Wow. How good's that? And world class now, and I cannot wait. Well, there's 96 teams across the men's and women's, best in the world. It's nothing better than when Adelaide can host the best in the world.
And we'll do it well.
So how do you pick your partner, or does your partner pick you, or we've got a cool topic today, 1-2 combinations. Does one have to be taller and smaller? How's it all work, Darty?
So our coaches are actually the ones that pick the teams, but depending on, injuries and availability, teams can tend to change. But, it's majority up to our coaches.
Is this a world champ debut for you?
Yes, it is. So this is my third year in the national program and, my first world champ.
Who do you have to look out for? Who's going to be pretty tough to beat?
Well, in our pool, we've got 2 Netherlands teams and an American team. So all the teams, I think, depending on the day, can beat any other team in the competition. So there's definitely teams who are ranked higher, but I think any team, depending on the day, has got what it takes.
And it's best of three in those pool games?
Yes, best of 3 sets.
Yeah, best of 3 sets. And it's great watching. That's the thing about beach volleyball. It's one of the great spectator sports, you know.
Oh, it's great.
I know Live Golf has just absolutely gone berserk here. It's tough sometimes to get the good vision of it. But beach volleyball, it's right there. You can see the whole thing in action.
Yeah, it does make it easy. It's very much like tennis, I suppose.
Yeah.
Hence why it's at the tennis stadium. But, yeah, it's a very spectator-friendly sport, and I think everyone was going to have an absolute blast, whoever rocks up.
Oh, we cannot wait. Get your tickets at Ticketek. Oh, they'll rock up. Now they've got a really good SA team that we can barrack for. We tend to like to do that. How many hours a week do you train or per day, Darty? Have you got another job? Do you have to have a side hustle, or is beach volleyball your side hustle?
So beach volleyball is my main job currently, but I have a side job where I just work in my parents' business just as sort of like an admin, just so because they're super flexible because I'm away a lot traveling, which is really good for me. And, yeah, but beach volleyball is my main gig, and I probably spend around 4 to 5 hours a day training.
Wow.
But I have weekends off, which is nice.
Yeah. So to be, you got to have endurance, you got to have skill, you got to know how to play, you got to have strength.
Vertical leap
and all that. What can you vertical leap from the sand, Darty?
I don't know. We don't really measure it, but I think it would be, I reckon I could probably touch 345 to 350 on the sand.
Okay. And how do you keep the sand out of your jetsy?
I just don't worry about it. It's funny because growing up, I really hated sand.
Yeah.
But,
now you're playing in it.
but while I play, I just completely forget about it and doesn't bother me at all.
Good boy.
This is an opportunity for Adelaide, though, to really, again, showcase a sport like yours, but put it on a world stage. And we've done it with the Tour Down Under. We've done it with Live Golf. We were able to put it on and make it, I think, attractive for others to try and steal it off us.
That's it.
Oh,
Darty's gone. Oh, Darty, you're back. You dropped out. Are you up in the hills still, are you?
No, sorry, I'm in the city, sorry.
Good boy.
Oh, that's all right. I was just saying this is Adelaide's opportunity to really showcase once again how well we can present world-quality sport.
Yeah, definitely. I think Adelaide is definitely a hidden gem in Australia with the wine region and up in the hills being as beautiful as it is, and the beaches down south and even the beaches in the city. I think it's definitely a good opportunity for local, businesses to showcase what they can bring, and yeah, I think it's definitely an underrated city in Australia.
Well done, Darty. Well, you give your best, mate. We'll keep in touch with you and good luck.
Good luck. We'll be barracking for you.
Cool. Thanks a lot, guys.
Well done, Darty.
I reckon we'll do our show from down there, I reckon.
Oh, absolutely.
Have to.
Oh, I love getting on board of world stuff. So November 14th, you can book at Ticketek. It's at the Drive or Pinky Flat. down at the
goes for 10 days,
Drive.
basically.
Here's this. Kids are around $12, adults 25.
That's cheap.
You can get hospitality packages where you can sit there and watch Darty play in the sand and fill your boots up.
Best men, best women in the world competing.
Yeah.
Oh, got to get on board. November 14th to 23rd, that's going to be at the Drive and Peaky Flat.
Fantastic.
It'll be an awesome atmosphere. Get on board.
And that might be the combination that wins Jack Pearce and Deontay Jatsy Potts. D'Artagnan. Do you know fencing is...
I know, it's Three Musketeers.
Oh, so that's it. I thought people had... and I haven't used the word Jatsy for a good 15 years, proud as. Hello, Andrew.
Good day, boys. How are you?
Give us a 1-2 combination, buddy. A big 1-2. Boom.
Well, Rog and Lady for sure, but Alan Ezard and Big Fish Salmon.
Oh,
that went well.
Good combo. I like that.
Alan
Bit of
Ezard.
1984 stuff there, Andrew. I like it.
Are you a Bombers man, Andrew?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Had to be.
Yeah, well done, Apples.
But as far as you asked one of your, I was going to say customers, one of your listeners about what a 1-2 was?
Yep.
A 1-2 is 2 straight punches. So depending if you're orthodox, so it's a left and a right.
Okay.
Then a third would be a left hook.
Ooh. Oh, so
But
they're
it's all
2 straight. So left, right, bang, right on the buzzer.
Left, right.
Okay.
Then a left hook. Obviously, if you're a southpaw, it's the opposite way.
Yeah.
But then your 3, 4, 5s. That's dependent on the trainer and depending who you're fighting.
Yeah. See, I'm a straight left, straight to your gob, Andrew, and then my right is right under the rib cage, and then my knee comes up and gets you right in the click-clacks, and down you go.
Oh.
You're not allowed to use your knees.
Good on you, Andy.
Oh, God, I love it.
Well, it's after 6. Hello there, Pete at Parkside.
Timmy, Rowey, how are you?
Yeah,
All right,
we're
mate.
having fun, mate. The week's finished.
Oh, so am I. Best 1-2 combination. Grave Danger and the lovely Graham Corns.
Yeah, there's a 1-2. But it was only a 1, really.
Yeah.
And it was a glancing blow, to be fair, Pete.
Yeah, Cornsey did well out of that. He did well. He got up. He did his bit.
Of course he did. Good on you, Pete. There's a lot coming through on the unique home-style food text. It's on the back of Isaac Humphries and Brycey Cotton at the 36ers.
Talking about their connection.
The pick and they have been superb. So 1-2 sporting combinations. Here's one from Joseph, a bit cheeky, and it won't get the Rusden Black Guts. Josh Rochelle and a Port Adelaide dentist. That's not even funny,
I like
Joseph.
Crow Joe, Ben Hart and Tip Top Brad. I remember that advert. Yeah, good on you, Mum. Tip Tom's the one.
Hello, Mark.
How you going, boys?
All right.
Good. Hey, what about, you two would know this, Baz and Pilco.
Oh, Mark, the best radio duo, certainly in this state.
Yeah, we were talking about it earlier. There's a Radio Hall of Fame, which I didn't know about.
They should be in it.
And we'll never know about. But those two, are they not in it?
I love Baz.
They
They'd
should be
have
in
to be. They'd have to be. As good a duo it's ever been.
You still got Baz's number, haven't you?
Yeah, I have. Baz actually might be back from Port Douglas now. So Baz was the comedian, the humour, the fun, the
personality,
the creativity. He could sing, dance, all
very
that.
dry humour.
He was the straight man, and you needed that, like Abbott and Costello.
Yeah,
who's on first?
Morecambe and Wise. There's a combo.
Wise. There's another one.
What
Colin?
about this one, Cole?
Hello?
Hey, Cole, your radio's on. Turn it off.
Got a combo, buddy?
No, the radio's off.
Oh, good.
My one is a left from Tim Zoo.
Right.
And then a right from Tim Zoo.
Both from Tim. I like it. Not his dad. Yeah.
It's a 1-2, mate. They're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Kostya. That was his dad, wasn't it? Yeah.
Costa Zoo.
Yeah.
Tim Zoo.
Yeah.
How do you do?
He's doing his Abbott Costello.
Back after the break.
The 5AA Sports Show with Rowey and Timmy G.
Still thinking about a sea change? Think Oakford Homes in Counter Bay. New stage released and selling fast. A variety of block sizes available in a friendly community with brand new low maintenance homes plus the beach close by. Affordable packages, no surprises. Move in now or invest for the future. Fixed price turnkey packages, flat land ready to build. Don't miss out. New stage now released. Visit our display village at Encounter Bay. Oakford Homes, a statement of quality. oakfordhomes.com.au.
Get ready for South Australia's biggest charity car and bike show, Horsepower for Hope. Saturday, October 11, the South Australian produce markets at Paraka will come alive with muscle cars, bikes, trucks, food, live music and family fun. It's not just a car show, it's a day out with free kids entertainment. Presented by the Muscle Car Collectors Club, every ticket helps the Little Heroes Foundation support kids living with serious illness right here in SA. Horsepower for Hope, October 11. Find out more at littleheroesfoundation.com.au.
One of the best things about South Australia is there's so much of it. Fortunately, getting from one side to the other is easy with Stateliner. Their fleet of modern, comfortable buses connect the city to the Eyre Peninsula and Mid-North, Riverland and Southeast, with many towns in between. Stateliner buses are equipped with toilets, air conditioning, they're wheelchair accessible, and you can even charge your phone. With 50% off for pensioners, seniors, children and full-time SA students, let Stateliner do the driving for you. Book today.
If your air conditioner is over 15 years old, it has no inverter, which means it cuts in and out, costing money. REQ Air Conditioning can install a more effective cost-saving system using brands like Mitsubishi Electric. They will also show you how to use it for maximum efficiency. Stay cool, stay warm, save money with REQ Air Conditioning and Energy Solutions. Google REQ Air Conditioning for a free in-home quote.
Cup of tea, dear? The kettle's on. Would you like a cup of tea, love? Cup of tea, dear.
What? If you're concerned about hearing loss for a loved one, book an appointment with Can Do Hearing. candohearing.com.au. That sounds better.
Who can fix the shower?
Service today.
Who can fix the power?
Service today.
Yes, we can, is what we say. Service today.
Every time you see our bright yellow trucks in your area, we're helping out your neighbours. We can help you too. So for the best plumbing, electrical, heating and cooling work, call Service Today 24/7.
Can you fix the shower? Yes, we can. Can you fix the power? Yes, we can. Yes, we can, is what we say. Service today.
Call 1300 Service.
Toolkit Depot has all the gear for every trade under one roof, backed by their price beat promise.
Rowey and Timmy G, the 5AA Sports Show.
Ooh. Oh, I'm on air. This is the Drive Show with Rowey and Timmy G. I was just getting into a bit of Paul Rogers and Free there. That's awesome, that stuff. We've had a few music combos here, and what about Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis? Good on you, Jeff at Seaton.
That's a good one.
Love them.
Wayne, Wang and Fooney. Who's that?
Oh, they were the
Wang,
Pandas.
Wang and
you know what? They
Fooney.
weren't a good combo.
No.
They're terrible.
They couldn't get it on.
Could not get it on.
Could not.
They even played Marvin Gaye for them, and they still couldn't get it on.
Couldn't draw you one. They've shipped them back to China, haven't they?
Let's go to West Croydon. G'day, Mark.
They'd be on someone's plate by now. Hello, mate.
Give us a good
Gentlemen,
combo.
good evening. How are we?
Good.
Excellent.
Gentlemen, good evening.
Looking forward to
Mate,
Friday.
Firstly, I was thinking the Woodies, Mark Woodford, Todd Woodbridge.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of nominations.
But can I also share with you, though, that unfortunately this won't win me a black guts? Davies, Bagshaw, Noonan.
Oh,
What
now
an
that is,
amazing
yeah.
combination.
That's a first ruck.
Yep.
Yeah, first ruck combo.
1976. Amazing.
Mark, I reckon you might have given us another topic for next week.
Yeah.
Best first ruck combos.
Yes, put that in the
I'm writing
bank.
that down.
I like
Thank
it
you,
a
Mark.
lot.
You're an inspiration.
Good on you, Mark.
Love it.
Let's go to
Tell you what, there'll be
Yanka.
some good ones there.
Yankalilla, Fearless Phil.
G'day, Phil.
G'day, Tim and Ro. I reckon the best one too I'd like to see would be Ned McHenry swimming around his boat when a white pointer shows up, and in his box is a number 1 and a number 2.
Phil, I know I'd be doing the number 2. Don't worry about that. I will not. They won't get me because they don't come into my lounge room and I don't go into theirs.
But they don't jump into boats. People. I've seen them pull their pickup and flog it off.
Yeah,
They're
right.
not. They can't jump in your boat.
All right. I'm not going to take the chance.
Nah.
And that's
You know
why
what
I
they
don't have a
do?
boat.
They get their nose up. It's like an aphrodisiac or something to them, to the motor, down the bottom of the
really?
motor. It's
Just
got a
gives them a bit
magnetic
of a
thing.
buzz?
It gives
Yeah.
them a bit of a
right.
cocaine hit or something.
Well, you don't know that.
Oh, God, they go off their chops. Their eyes light up like Christmas trees.
Let's go to Broadview. G'day, Alf.
That's when you need a harpoon. Hello, Alf.
You guys crack me up. What? Nose beers for fish now, is it? Hey, I'm a bit concerned about the lack of deals being done by Adelaide. Rowey and Timmy, what do you reckon?
They'll get Archie done, Alf.
Yeah, I think their whole focus is on Archie, Alf, and I think these things, I reckon trade's too long anyway, Alf. It used to be 3 days, then it went to 2 weeks. Now they've sort of got this in-between time. These deals always sort of happen at the last minute. So,
Hang in there,
unfortunately,
buddy.
Alf, hang in there.
Hang in there, Alfie.
You want to do a bit of a trade wrap-up?
Yeah, please,
Let's
Timmy.
play that credit for the old Big Difference
Yeah, the old
home
Big
improvement.
5AA Trade Talk. The right pick makes a big difference. All thanks to Big Difference Home Improvements. Make a difference to your outdoor area this season. BigDifference.com.au.
All righty, the trade tracker, let's have a look. Brodie Mychek, he got to Melbourne, and that was a pick swap trade. We had a 3-way trade that saw Ainsworth joined Carlton. Now, that was with the Corey Durden one that ended up at Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide gave up 2 picks, I think 29 and 60.
Got something back as well.
But they got one back as well, so that one happened to Rowan Marshall. Won't get his desired move to Geelong, but I'm saying he's not off the table for somebody else.
No.
I don't think he's happy anyway. What else happened, Rowey?
Collingwood have preliminary interest in Jai Simpkin, and Cats, well, they need to improve their offer. 3 first-rounders to get Curnow.
North Melbourne aren't going to let go of Simpkin, are they?
No.
They need to keep everybody.
They do. Here's Chris Davies on Curnow's trade offer.
The club's position has been that we don't want Charlie to be leaving Carlton. The second part of this conversation is understanding what 3 first-round picks might actually look like. And for Geelong, those 3 picks are effectively going to be picks in the 20s. Yeah, so I'm not sure anyone would think that that's a reasonable deal for who Charlie Curnow is.
Can't pull the wool over his eyes.
Just about to say, he is not falling for that one.
Been there, done that. There's no crocodiles in the curtains with old CD, mate.
No, well played too, I think. Thank you to the Big Difference Home Improvements.
Yeah, and this one's for Con. So Popovich is our coach. He's the coach of the Socceroos.
Tony?
We play Canada tomorrow morning. Have a listen.
You're playing a host nation, so it's quite exciting for everyone. We're playing a team in very good form. When you look at their list and you see where they all play throughout the world, and you see that they're formidable.
Well, you've got one. You've got the best nomination for Maria, Russell Johnson to Timmy G. The big juniper.
Well, that's a combo, but I reckon next week, and we'll pick the day, but best first ruck combos.
Love it.
There's going to be some beauties.
Love it.
Love it.
There's a lot that spring to mind. See, this is how I'd
Mark
start.
helped us with that one. Thank you, Mark.
I'd pick the best ruckman and then the people that are underneath their feet.
Well, if you think North Adelaide, you're going sort of like Redden, Jarman, Hart, aren't you?
Redden, Jarman, Hart.
And do we do the centre square or do we just do
I reckon do the centre square. So you got a centreman, a ruck rover, and a rover. None of this midfield crap.
No.
You have a ruckman, a centreman, a ruck rover, a rover.
Correct.
Let's do it.
All right.
That's a date next week. Don't you worry about that. Look, after 6:30, we're going to speak to our Premier. Big news for the QE boys, Mr. Peter Malinauskas.
Rowey and Timmy G on the 5AA Sports Show.
The first step of a peace deal has been struck between Israel and Palestine.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
We can hear a little bit of what sounds like music behind you. Is it celebration?
There has been music for hours now.
Adelaide's leading breakfast show.
It's so good to see happy people in a place that's just been utterly miserable for so long.
5AA Breakfast.
Jacqueline, when do you think you'll see the first of the hostages coming out?
Monday or Tuesday.
Weekdays from 6 a.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Hi, it's Wayne Phillis. We're celebrating Wayne Phillis Ford's 40th anniversary. Right now, we've a handful of Ford Ranger Wild Tracks in stock with a bi-turbo from only $67,000 drive away for ABN holders. Or go all out with the V6 Ranger Wild Track, now under $72,000 drive away for ABN holders. Save $8,500. Be quick, when they're gone, they're gone. Wayne Phillis Ford celebrating 40 years at Christie's Beach, or go online at waynephillisford.com.au.
Wayne Phillis Ford. If the kitchen's your studio, Simpson's Pantry wraps and flatbreads are your canvas. Refresh, remix and wrap it up with Simpson's Pantry. You'll be absolutely wrapped. Simpson's Pantry.
Absolutely wrapped. G'day, it's Fitzy here. You know what, I wish my kids would call me a legend. But the actual legends down south are Lamb Solar. South Australia has some of the most expensive electricity prices in the world. An unfortunate fact that